Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode. My street liongate resort is the most disappointing thing since my son. And I don't even have a son. I thought I had a son at one point, and then I talked to my girlfriend and she said I've been holding a sack of air the whole time. That's what Liongate Resort is. A big sack of air with absolutely no substance to it whatsoever. The only way to experience Liongate Resort properly is to get yourself drunk. But I don't like alcohol, so I brought someone along with me. Hello, Ghostie.
Oh, please God, don't do that voice the whole time. And yes, I do have an alcoholic beverage with me. I made a fruit smoothie with sweet watermelon wine.
Ah, good. So it's actually gonna taste nice at the same time.
Yeah, I sent a picture to a friend and she said a Paris Hilton nightmare in a cactus cup.
Fair enough. That's again, what a way to wipe the sour taste out of Line Gates out of your mouth as you experience it. Oh, you're
Unless
already
I'm
starting.
melting it out of my brain.
You're already starting. You know what's coming. You've seen this show. I haven't. I have no idea
Hey,
what I'm in for.
Also, Ghost Kitty is like, hey Jacob, do you know what today is?
Well, actually, no. I'm not aware of any specific significance to It's going to be someone's birthday, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to end up feeling bad. It's going to be someone's birthday. I'm just calling it now. Okay. It's time to feel bad about the state. Found him instead. Oh dear, that was...
Also, we have a new intro now.
This is true. Oh, it's the Oh, okay, the Ghost Girls. Oh, well, dang it. I should have done the review today of Ghost Girl. That makes so much more sense. Is it too late to change the title of the stream? Like, I kind of want to do that now, honestly.
Honestly,
I mean, I know you were looking forward to this, so you've made yourself a beverage specifically for that. However, under the circumstances, I mean, I can't change the title on the actual restream, but I think I can quickly download everything else and do. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Here we go.
Why don't we do both?
Because we'll be here forever. And like I've already made the mistake before of like reviewing Ghost Girl in tandem with mystreet 5 years later, which means that like all of the like original reviews are buried in videos that I don't know which ones they are. So yeah, it deserves to be reviewed separately to everything else. There's a Nigerian movie called The Ghost Girl. I did not know that until
Especially separately to this.
Yeah, like something else Aphmau related. Yeah, okay. Right, I'm changing the stream title after this video. So
we'll find out the insipid lore tomorrow.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to figure out myself another smoothie. It's too late to put this one in the fridge.
Sorry. This is the nature of the list. This might take a while. Because the only downloader that works now tends to fail a lot more than the other ones did.
No, sorry. Yeah, if I knew, I would have suggested we do Ghost Girl instead hours ago.
Yeah, fair enough. I might not have seen it because I was in the bath, but yeah. And yeah, I'm using the Ghost Girl playlist right now to download the videos.
Were you there for the original Ghost Girl reviews? No. That was before my time.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah. Because that was during like the early 5 years later days.
Also, the name of the stream hasn't changed on YouTube yet. And why are we reviewing 3 episodes? We're not.
Yeah, and as I said, I can't change the title on Restream. I can change it on YouTube as well. That might take a little bit of extra time if people are concerned about that.
Wait, the series is bad? Depends.
Who said that? I'm not looking at chat, by the way, so if anyone said the series is bad, I have no idea. Oh, right, that you're in for a ride? Okay. And, okay, I think I can clarify. So, because Josh still thought we were doing Ghost Girl, not Ghost Girl, sorry, Liongate, which means that he said that the episodes of this trash, meaning the trash that is Liongate rather than the trash that is Ghost Girl, and that's why KW here said this series is bad.
To which I would answer, yes, liongate is horrendous.
Also, yeah, White Brown Rainer fan? No, it's like being sad.
Oh, I'll put the comment on screen or I'll keep downloading.
Like, being sad is not the issue. Because sadness can work. It's just. It feels like there was no plot. There was a plot and then it just evaporated.
Okay, so it's like what I said in the review. It's not that it's not that being sad is the problem. It's the fact that every time that a character is sad, it takes away from the stakes of whatever's going on, and it feels like that's suddenly more important to deal with than whatever threat is going on at the time. Which is in most cases a far more pressing matter. Like, you're trapped inside another dimension. Why would we suddenly be concerned that a character that we saw in one scene prior is suddenly getting all teary-eyed about saying goodbye to a stranger? That's when the being sad thing works against you.
Also, couldn't Pinkie Pie just visit them?
Actually, I don't know. Can the Equestria girls travel through dimensions themselves? Do they know how to do that rather than like people coming towards them?
The plot evaporated. once, it was like, oh no, we need to escape the movie by finishing it, as Majesty stated in that one scene. But no, that's not how we solve the problem. Majesty can just teleport us out after we find it.
Majesty even declared that she could teleport them in and out at any time. That was stated in the video.
I know, but it was only after, a plot was set up. It was like, oh, the movie needs... I guess the reboot was just as... Like, it wouldn't have been so bad. If Majesty hadn't stated, oh, I could teleport them in and out as well, but I guess the only way to get them out would be for them to, get to the end of the movie, complete the movie. And no lie, I was looking for them to complete the movie.
The reboot does fall into a few of the same similar traps that the original did. For example, how the problem of them being teleported into any different location, it only ever requires one person who wasn't part of the original spell to come in and just like bail them out. And like once you've seen that once, you think, okay. Once you've seen it twice, the tension is gone. Super Pops themselves had a similar issue with repeated plot lines because of the whole hypnosis thing, which is why I stopped watching the season 3. And then Eli came and spoiled it. So that happened. I'm downloading the same video multiple times. For mistake.
Yeah, since we're watching the Ghost Girl, I don't need to be drunk anymore, so I don't know what to do with this.
I mean, alcohol preserves, right?
Yeah, but it is a fruit smoothie made with actual fruit.
Okay, here's one thing. I don't want to discourage you from trying to write your own scripts because that's something that comes with practice anyway. Like the more you actually do it, so I don't want to be like, oh, just don't do it at all. However, if you do ever want to collab on a project at some point and you want someone else as like a second writer or something, then I'd be more than happy to do that. But I don't want necessarily to, be like, oh, it's all hopeless or anything.
Yeah, like, I personally would have liked the gimmick where they had to complete the movie before, like, moving on. we get to like see what the MLP does other than just having the main six, well, 4 of the main 6 on screen.
That's true, because Rarity and Rainbow Dash like showed up at the very end. I'm surprised actually that they weren't more involved, or at least weren't present during the last scene.
Like, you even said they were in Rainbow Rocks, which, is a pretty bumpin' movie from, the My Little Pony franchise. I would have quite liked to, see them partaking in the games, like maybe help out our main heroines with the magical friendship problem of the movie.
Hold on, Stab in the Dark. Is Rainbow Rocks about a band?
Yeah.
I am good at this. Which actually, yes, that would have worked really well because obviously the disco pops are pops. They're performers. They're a pop group. So how would they clash with a presumably rock band / kids bopified rock band?
Like, oh, that movie is a trip.
I can imagine.
I don't want to spoil another movie for you, so I'm just not going to say anything.
No worries. Again, I'm more than happy to like find out about all this stuff like in due time. Again, like start from the beginning and work my way there, because I imagine that there's plenty. But if I end up watching that movie first or hearing about like the details of that, then it just end up confusing me even more.
Yeah, KW, there is, scripts are kind of important.
Yeah, you do want to try writing scripts someday, but it's a lot of work. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but the scripts seem to be like the easiest part of the process for me, at least, because it doesn't rely on like having to worry about like other people being involved, or having to have, or having the painstaking process of actually like making the things like come to life. Then again, some people enjoy that part more. I guess that's because I started out with like writing as like the only skill that I had as a gacha tuber, so maybe that's why I'm more inclined in that direction. But yeah, you'd be surprised, and also probably for a non-voice acted project, you might have an even easier time because then you don't have to concern yourself so much with like how everyone else will interpret the script, because no one else has to read it. Now I'm probably gonna regret giving that advice, but for now I'll stick with it, just as a matter of artistic self-confidence. I completely forgot that Lifeline was the intro to Ghost Girl.
I'll be right back.
I'm almost done here, by the way, ladies and ladies. I think this is the last of the videos. Yeah, for whatever reason, like YouTube like downloaders end up working like infallibly at first, and then they become very fickle out of nowhere for seemingly no reason. So that's been part of the issue. Let's just get rid of this, by the way. Myros goes by doing it as a book. That's how I don't get so confused on what's happening. Well, actually, yeah, why not? So I actually started out with writing books. In fact, I've always got plenty of notebooks around from when I would be at school, and I would just be, making up stories and stuff. I could show this part here. There's no spoilers involved because it's all in Spanish. I did write in English as well, but this just happened to be the book that I picked up. And yeah, I actually I finished a lot of those and didn't finish a few of the others. So but that was how I started out, and that actually really helped me when I transitioned over to making scripts. For a while I kind of struggled with that because I was like trying to make a play for ages and just never end up thinking of ideas that would work as a play. And then when I discovered Gacha, I was like, oh, well, guess what? I can actually just, make this stuff myself and not have to worry about the budget and everything. And fast forward a few years, and then suddenly one of my Gacha ideas ended up becoming a play. Don't know how that happened, but there you go. All right, we're ready. Ghost Girl is here. We're doing this properly. Oh wait, I have to also change the name on YouTube because someone mentioned that. Let's see, channel content YouTube.
Oh my gosh, what is that cat?
Oh yeah, that's right. You haven't seen Fluffy, have you? Again, there's some stuff that I'm just desensitized to. Let's
Like, it wouldn't be so bad if the outlines on the head or the outside outlines of the ears at least matched the cat. But since there's no outlines, the ears just look disconnected from the body. It's more a demon organism than a cat.
Okay, I'll fix the description later because that involves me like having, Oh wait, actually no, I can just do that now because Ghostie is one of the people involved in here, and oh god, what have I done?
Okay, like I don't understand.
Oh, you're still.
I'm still looking at Fluffy the cat. Like, I don't know first. The creator of the Ghost Girl series is literally in the chat. You can ask them.
Okay, I've changed that for now, and then I'll have to make another thumbnail, but that's going to take way longer. So let's just not do that. Okay, so the cat isn't even fluffy. I mean, yeah, that's true. The cat does look like it's been sheared, but maybe it's an ironic name. Maybe it's called Fluffy ironically because it lost all of its hair in a tragic accident. Also, there's a portal on the floor. But yeah, the real thing that obviously needs to be addressed in here is Mrs. Dysart's appearance. So we have
I didn't even recognize it.
Yeah, so this was the idea. I think Ghostie actually asked me around this time if she could use Mrs. Dysart in something, and I was like, well, I mean, it's not going to be confirmed canon. I don't think I'd made the Butterverse public knowledge by that point, so it wasn't going to be like canon to the Mutant Girl or anything. But as for the character, whatever. And then the compromise, I think, was make her an older version of herself. So this is older Mrs. Dysart with slightly more disheveled hair and just a slightly different kimono. Maybe she pluck the hairs off again. And yes, again, I do the cat is as irony. So you'll see a few more examples of just entire like continuity just things right in terms of the Mutant Girl, which is why it's never going to be confirmed as canon because there's so much there. It's just not. But you'll see that. So I guess I'll put on the review.
In that class.
Okay, first thing, you flubbed the first line. That's probably a good chance to like start over, like the first part. I mean, because I haven't going on for too long.
This class only has one person and a cat in it.
This is also true.
Like,
I mean,
you couldn't have had, like, another student?
Not that too many, not that gachas tend to have too many students in at once, but they tend to have more than one person, especially because I think Mrs. Dysart did just say, okay, class, or something like that.
Wow, the school is really under budget this year.
Apparently.
How
Oh gosh, the cat.
is this
just,
only
like,
a Pokemon?
Oh, by the way, hello, Imagine.
That's all for today, class. I hope you.
Not gonna lie, that's an interesting interpretation of Mrs. Dysart's voice, because you do have like the inflections like going upwards and stuff like that. So I don't know, it's something.
You all have a great day.
Not gonna lie, you tried harder with that voice than some of the actual replacements of Mrs. Dysart, which is sad, but I appreciate it. And what is that voice? If you see the actual mutant girl, that's what Mrs. Dysart kind of sounds like anyway. Because yeah, so you haven't seen, you know about this, but I was saying before, Mrs. Dysart was originally a character from my series, The Mutant Girl, and yeah, when we were doing the first season of that, the voice actress that we had back then decided to make her the most most cartoonish, crazy voice possible. And then when that actress left, I've been stuck trying to find different people to replace her bit by bit, as we go along, and none of them have quite captured the magic. The person who's come closest is actually the current Mrs. Dysart, Blackjack, but that's another thing. Yeah. And most people do use text instead of voice. Here, because it's a bit hard to understand Ghost Kitty speaking at this point, I think text and voice would have helped here. But yes, absolutely, it's good to see. It's always good to see voice acted gacha. I always love that, even when it's just done by one person. I mean, for crying out loud, if I weren't like giving emphasis on drama, I just like did a full comedy, I've considered a few times just voicing an entire show by myself. But it hasn't come to that yet. I like the collaboration. You don't know if you can do voice acting? Give it a go. See what happens.
Don't have me up my voice for.
You don't use voice acting for different. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like the wink, wink. I'm sorry if I just ruined the joke. I have no idea what you mean by that.
Hey, Mr. Fluffy.
Oh, and here's another thing. So, I guess Ghost Kitty here was trying to make it so it seemed like the characters were moving in the moment, and rather than edit something in post, because I'm pretty sure this is all like one singular V recorder at this point. My first piece of advice back in the first review was actually to get an editing software, which she did do eventually. But I think the idea here was to just see like Logan was standing still, and she wasn't as good at making the pauses go. I've used that exact same recorder, by the way, the recorder. I've had that before. In fact, the one time I tried to do mobile gacha, that was the thing that I used. And yeah, it never came to making the video, but I would have edited out the pauses by that point. And yeah, it was all screamed. Yeah, I thought so.
Dang, is it just me or did Buzzer not show up for class today?
No one at all showed up for class today. It is literally just you in the room. That being said, we also have to bear in mind, why was she allowed to bring a cat to school? I mean, it's not exactly Mary's Little Lamb, is it?
I'm worried. He never does this. Do you think we should try and...
Yeah, that's what I was saying, the editing outer layer, because that's the thing, the pseudo mode of gacha. Mm-hmm.
We'll find him?
Oh.
I I forgot that happened. Wait, was that an attempt to be like you know how in some things like you have like the character who appears on screen for a few seconds and it's so it's sort of like, was that my imagination or was someone actually there? Was that what that was supposed to be? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Also, I just realized I put first anniversary, the second anniversary. Right, changing the screen again.
Like, I just got back, and then I just saw someone apparate on screen and then leave just as fast. What?
Okay, how do people edit Gacha? You just use Gacha or Sims to make characters. Oh, well, I mean, that's a start. As for the actual video side, my editing software, you have to pay for, so I wouldn't recommend that to start. If you're using mobile, people tend to start with KineMaster, CubeCart, stuff like that. And I have no idea about any of those because the only time I use mobile Gacha, I used this atrocious thing.
Like, I did editing for commission, so I already had a software installed for more Wondershare, the drag and drop video editor you see advertised a bunch.
Which, if you're doing the screenshot version of Gacha, would actually be a good place to do that.
Like, believe it or not, it's actually very useful.
Yeah, I remember watching a cynical reviews video that was sponsored by Filmora, and the entire video was edited in Filmora, and it looks very similar to the ones that he does normally. To the point where I've forgotten which video that actually is, because it doesn't stand out as being edited differently. Okay, yes, you can use proper animating software. If you, I wouldn't say that to a person who doesn't know the first thing about editing Gacha and just asked about that. I wouldn't jump into animation immediately. but yes, there's all those other options. Yes, the names of the characters are amazing. Yeah, the names do end up changing, but yeah, for now we do have Leader Bully, Scary Bully, Dumb Bully, and me. I'm in this. Which is why, once again, doesn't match the continuity. Oh, that's why the portal's there. It's part of the cat.
Oh, so did I just hear someone cough in the background?
That was me, I think.
You were in the background of this video?
I mean, I'm in the studio right now, waiting for my scene.
Yes.
Hello? What? Hold on. What was that? What did you say?
Right. There's no editing. You don't okay. Ghostie. I also coughed and Ghostie scared me for a second.
Oh no. That's gonna be in your next FNAF video. The phantom cough. And yes,
but
the dying person in the background.
When you said no editing, you didn't even use the features innate to Gacha. There are features where you can screenshot and clip together. In Gacha innately, you didn't even use that. You just are moving the characters around manually.
Oh yeah, because I remember that some old singing battles were edited that way. And also, Cycle of Dismay was partially made through the scene creators in Gacha. Before I realized that was not going to work out for me. But it would have worked out for you here, definitely. I'm in a live chat, not a Discord call. Oh dear, too many horror products, I think. And yes, there's an edit gap. You can make Gacha moving animations. I've seen a lot of light motion videos. Once again, would not recommend it if you're just starting out.
The reason why Monster Compendium is going to, not be your typical first Gacha quality is because I already have skills in editing and animation.
Mm-hmm. Which is exactly what I said to myself when I first made the Mutant Girl, except for in this case, it's actually true. In your case, that is to say. And yes, nice to see your eye healed.
Yeah, I don't have to eye patch anymore. I was excited.
Mm-hmm. You can
Now
let
go
the
for
light
blind
back in.
reactions at some stupid content.
Absolutely. The content turned out to not be as stupid after all, but still funny. And yeah, absolutely. Yeah, make a gacha series. Absolutely. Please do. Hey, and also, I think you came over here from the Butter Bunch, right? From the Dragon Ball days. Make a Dragon Ball related gacha thing. Need some voices, you know. What my impressions sound like.
Have you bagged the bunny yet? The bunny is also in the bag, yes.
Oh.
But anyway, back to content about a ghost girl that hasn't appeared on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Character again. I missed it.
What?
You missed it. I don't know. I feel like someone came in during this recording, and like it was like, let me get back to the recording right now. You have to go. Don't say anything.
Ah, yes. Nice to see Yuri in the first episode already summoning the demons.
Mm-hmm.
You do it, girl. You speak in the tongue of Yogg-Sothoth.
Said everyone in my Spanish review.
Crank, 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 that's her.
Okay, so again, I think this is like we're in this mode to simulate the motion of someone walking. Clang, clang, clang with the footsteps. I don't know.
Yeah.
Still weird that a cat's at school, but whatever. Okay, and now we're just on the roof. That's.
Well, the cat is also floating.
I think the cat's supposed to be like in Yuri's hair, like resting on her head.
Maybe, but it really doesn't look like that.
I'm more concerned about Dumb Bully's eyes, because like the eyeliner that she has the same color as her actual eyes. I can't tell if she like smeared her own pupils with the same eyeliner. I don't know. Your eyes stand out already. You don't need to make them any larger.
Scary bully, leader bully, dumb bully.
Yes. Again, those names do change later. Mm-hmm.
I know, but what a great name for our cast. We should have had, main character girl and love interest.
I should have just called. I just could call one a mutant girl. Like, just why not? It's the name of the series. Anyway, and Judas, of course, would have been neutral man, obviously. Raina would have been the tryhard. I don't know. Right. So at first, Ghostie says, I thought this was terrible, Big Bang, but more I find this as adorable because this was younger me's first serious project, trying my best to continue. Of course, better editing in a script. Yes, and again, prepare to see the evolution. It's like with the Guardians. You start off with something that's a bit
being
rough,
named
suddenly...
secretly evil, but no one knows yet.
I mean, there's no such mystery in the mutant girl there, but for something else, quite possibly.
Hmm?
Oh, I guess there's Felix. Yeah.
Do you better hand over your one way now, boy?
It's confusing because like Leader Bully is laughing, but that's the only other like mouth moving at the time. At the same time as Yuri is speaking.
Oh my god.
Oh, and Shiro is speaking as well. So who is talking right now? That's the problem that you might run into if you voice every character in a series, which means you either have to do like over the top voices to compensate for that. Like say, I don't know, you probably haven't seen Yuko the Abridged series chat. Ghostie, you might have. But yeah, all the voices in the first in the first like the earlier episodes and a lot of the later ones as well are voiced by the creator, the Lucaribo, for example. And then But the other option, of course, would be to, if you have editing skills, it would be to use camera angles. So here, I would have said make the voices a little bit more different to what they were in here. I don't know.
We're gonna beat you up. Please, I don't have anyone money today. Alright, you know the drill. Push him off.
Okay, and so I think we've like shifted again to a different character speaking, because at first we have like, please don't hurt me, I have no money and blah blah blah, and then we have Leader Bully saying, all right, push him off. Which, but yet again, the mouths are all still moving. I like to imagine at this point that Ghost Kitty probably just got tired of trying to, of stopping and starting. I'm just like, you know what? We're gonna make this one continuous shot. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Stopping the mouths of the characters is not worth the struggle.
That was the case in Gacha Life some of the time. That was very tedious because you had to go back into studio mode for that.
Well, obviously, KW, he doesn't have the lunch money, so he must die.
Absolutely. Which, by the way, I guess I have something to say about this, but I need the scene to play out before I say it.
Wait.
Oh, off she goes.
Off she goes, and
you can hear the frustration from Ghost. That's like me whenever I misclick in Vegas or something. It's like Control Z.
No lunch money, no life privileges. Yeah, your subscription to existence has been revoked.
Has anyone heard of Dick Turpin? He was a famous highwayman, you know, one of the first like highway thieves back in the days when a highway meant, you know, a road with a bunch of horse carriages on it. And that's where the famous phrase like your money or your life comes from. That's that was his catchphrase, which eventually was part of how they caught him because they knew but whatever. If your voice might only do 2 voices, that's it. I mean, yeah, that's fine. But also, you know, caricature voices are also acceptable. You know. Please don't hurt me. I have no lunch money. Get away from me.
Let's teach him a lesson and push him off the building.
You know, stuff like that. You know, whatever wackiness you can come up with.
Obviously, as bullies, we want to kill this child.
We're written by Stephen King. Oh, to address this comment, I don't tend to watch that many of Aphmau's old videos, and also even if the old actors did come back, they're not interacting as themselves, and they're also not the same characters as before. Because even if they have the same like skin of the set of people and they have the same name most of the time, it's still not really them. So it doesn't. So in my mind, it doesn't really count. I mean, sure, it's nice that they're back, but for me, it's just like, I don't know.
Like, I think Aphmau could be planning something roleplay related, but honestly, there is part of me that doubts it. Hi, can you make me OC?
What?
And hi, me a new sub. I really like your vids, and I'm kind of a fan.
As long as you're not Sparkle Charms in disguise again, I'm sure that someone on the design team could help with that. I'm probably not the person to ask. Also, hold a second. You seem to already have. You look at your profile picture. You seem to already have an OC. That one looks nice enough. I can't see the whole thing, but it's interesting.
What are you looking for in an OC? I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? We'll get back once next message comes in. Did I say old videos? I mean new videos. Yeah, yes, the new ones. Very different people. I don't know who thinks about a few characters. You mean think about playing a few characters? Because because honestly, with me, my process with voice acting is usually I audition for like every character that's available that I might have like a slight chance with. So that I put on different voices for all of them, so that then the director in question can choose which character or sometimes characters I'm suitable to play. But yes, for shows like Fallen Angels, I do in fact play like 6 characters. That's probably like a huge exception because Aiden just hates doing auditions in the first place, and he knows that I'm usually around. But that's different. Sometimes it works. And why does Fluffy have blue hair in the menu? Probably because that was their hair design that was on the character on the head before the head had the hair removed. It just still shows up in Gacha Club that way. That's just the app at that point. I just meant to put this comment on. Make it look at me profile on my vids. I mean, my vids like my main OC. You don't have to your opinion, girl, because obviously no one controls other people. I think that means like your choice rather than opinion. I think that was, I don't know. I think the idea was saying like your opinion was meant to be like, instead of opinion, your choice was like you don't have to do the thing, not forcing you. It's your choice to make the OC. I think I'm interpreting that correctly. I don't know. Also, I think, again, here I'm guessing that sound altercations means sound alterations. That is also another option. You know, if you do want to like edit your voice, that is something, you know, again, the Lucrevo did that too.
Yeah, like in order to voice Kami myself, I'm going to have to pitch up my voice to where it doesn't even sound like me anymore in order for me to withstand it. I don't know why I'm like this. I just can't stand my own voice.
Okay, that's a thing that I also used to feel like, particularly, you know, during the first days of my channel. Not the first days. It was after I hit puberty. Then I started to really despise the way that I sounded. I still made the videos because, you know, if I didn't speak in them, no one would. So, yeah, didn't have much of a choice. But yeah, eventually got over it. You have very bad grammar. You know, we're all gacha tubers here. We understand. That joke will never get tiresome.
Please don't push my butt off. I'm doing anything. Please don't.
I think the line was please don't push my bud off, but I understood please don't push my butt off.
Please don't push my butthole.
just like you're going down, Yuri. Oh no, my butt. There it goes. I don't know. And yeah, we can sort of hear it. Yeah, well, that is part of what makes some of these things difficult to understand, but that's understandable in the sense that, you know, that's obviously can't be avoided. It's just that, you know, that the quietness doesn't help with that sometimes. So that's part of why it's getting misinterpreted.
Sometimes it sounds like you're trying to summon Cthulhu, but that's okay. It's part of the learning process.
Yeah, please don't push my brother off. Okay, right, fair enough. Makes more sense.
Don't hold him. Oh,
by the way, I also love how like we just like just at this point, Ghostie's not even bothering to remove the edit layer because you're just gonna end up here anyway. So just show everyone that's involved in here. Why not?
He made me have the windows bit.
Oh wait, so you read the sequence of the Plex as well? Oh, that's how you found me. Okay, I see then. Yeah. Don't do much, but you must be careful. I mean, yeah, always, you know, careful with reactions, but by all means do them.
do we get a new victim? Linda, whatever your name is, push her off instead.
At least I have a name at this point of the series. Meh.
Hmm?
So it's really a brand new house made to look like that, and it doesn't still look like that. And everybody took one to call it, what's going on?
Oh wait, so you're not a okay, so you're Lyra. Okay, got it now. So why'd you say you're like a reactionist to the Secret of the Plex then? You're an actor in the Secret of the Plex as well as a reactionist. Probably more importantly. And okay, fine, yeah, okay, that's good. I try to be family friendly as well. Unfortunately, with live streams, you kind of have to sacrifice that, especially with when you record with certain people. But you know, other times I'm easier. In videos, they're all family friendly, the recorded ones.
Well, not that bad. I've been trying my hardest.
You have, yes, I do appreciate that. I just responded to what you said the last time. Mm.
It's not a, it's not like a one little house.
Okay. Am I guessing here that at some point? Oh, my camera's gone again.
At some point, Scary Bully is actually going to regret her actions.
Well, yeah. People do tend to realize eventually that murdering people is just not the best way to go about things.
Like, Jacob, did you know that in America there is actually a PSA for not killing people?
Of course.
Don't stab people. You know, the classics.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, over here we made our own knife crime PSAs in drama class. That was one of the things that we did.
I remember the don't stab people PSA. It was 30 seconds. It was one boy who was like, "Hey, do you want to go stab that guy?" And then another guy responds, "That's why you're in a maximum security prison, Justin."
Was this written by Aiden in 2020?
No, I think it's like a PSA from the early 2000s.
Okay. Right, sure. That just sounds like the kind of thing that Aiden would try and do at the time.
Like, me and all of my classmates were herded into the auditorium for this PSA. It was effective. I don't stab people, but it was kind of funny.
You were herded into the auditorium to watch a 30-second PSA? What a colossal waste of time that must have been.
It sounds like a show, not gonna lie.
I mean, it doesn't seem to have. It doesn't have enough substance to be a show. It has less substance than this episode does. Oh, and also, when I said actor before, I was trying to be gender neutral there. Because that is the gender neutral term as well as the male term. I wasn't actually sure, so I just went with the safe one.
I wasn't sure either. I just say, you know, my dude, because it's part of my dialect. It's a gender neutral term to me. Partially because I use it to refer to me as any gender.
Yeah.
You know, unless you want me to call you bruh.
That one is approaching gender neutrality. Probably isn't there yet too much, unless you're Caitlin, because I'm pretty sure Caitlin said it before. I don't know.
No. Oh, man.
Okay, so here's what I was going to say before my camera died. I'm getting the impression that, you know, during like the mouth selection, we weren't supposed to see that. That was meant to be during a pause sequence, but Ghost Kitty accidentally like unpaused it when she meant to pause it rather than the other way around. It's kind of like those people who try to take like a video and then they realize that they've been holding the camera up and it's not been on the whole time until they like actually press the stop button and it starts. Just the same thing here, but in reverse.
I collected.
This is where all of the what was that one song that always overscored someone falling? Not My R, that's a different one. I don't know. Oh, Clarity. Clarity, that's the one that everyone played when someone was falling from a building, which yes became a gacha trope at one point. I'm falling in place.
What Fluff?
Yep.
Where did Fluffy fall to?
Because where Fluffy's owner goes, Fluffy also goes.
Fluffy also goes to heaven.
Which, by the way, can I say, nice consistency there. Cats do, in fact, always land their feet. That's a nice detail.
I don't think that's intentional, Jacob. I just think the cat doesn't have any other poses.
Okay, fine. All right. Also, KW, I've been doing YouTube since 2013. So don't you worry about your channel being old. Oh, waking up. Again, that was not meant to be shown, was it?
I don't think so.
Can you not?
I guess her actual body also just faded. Because now we get to see her actual, ghostly essence at this part, which is why she's like gone super pale. Which, by the way, she should have been the first remake of the Mutant Girl, like the first episode, as pale. In that universe, she's actually is alive, but in this universe, it's meant to simplify how she's like, shuffled the morsel coil. Fluffy's the same, of course. Fluffy was white to begin with.
Fluffy was just white.
Yeah, my question, of course, here is, where's the body?
Personally, I would have just added a tint.
Okay, that too, but still, her body has just disappeared. Like, I know that she stood up here, but like, what is Shiro seeing here? Nothing, I assume. I guess he thinks that her body has faded and she's off to train with King Kai or something. I don't know. Oh, you also started on in 2013. Nice.
For me, it was 2012, but that channel is long gone.
Ah, okay.
Holy moly! I'm a ghost. To be continued. Dun 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 dun. dun.
I'm dying myself. I'm going to become a ghost at the moment. Oh, that caught me off guard. That's the kind of thing that I do as a joke at the end of videos. Right. Oh, hi, William. You just missed the end of Ghost Girl episode 1. Yeah, slightly late. We did start after 25 minutes of preparation, so don't worry. No, sis. Wait, where did her body go? Exactly, yeah. Pretty much. What just happened? What just happened is that we got a cliffhanger. Oh boy. Oh, you want to join? Okay, all right, sure. Give me a second. There we go. All right. William joining us for the second one. Yeah. Pros and cons. Pros, adorableness. Cons, the editing. But yeah, that was it. It just all of its forms. We know this already. We hold these truths to be self-evident. My camera working? No, it's not. your 2013 videos are, well, yeah, again, my 2013 videos, it's kind of interesting because for my first videos, I actually realized that I was going back, when I was playing through Mario City 3, and I was doing like different voices for the different characters, so it means that I kind of like already started voice acting, but I didn't realize at the time. But again, it was just me being cartoonish, being like, "Ready for attack, Master Bowser!" Perfect. Let the invasion begin. Which, by the way, is a really easy range to do now. My 2013 Bowser for me was awful because my voice hadn't dropped, which meant that I was like the whole time. Your videos were a series talking about a horse and getting trapped by Herobrine. Fair enough. I tried to also start a Herobrine series. That was in 2016. That was the fad had already died by that point. You know what? I need to I need to watch some of your videos then. You are now on the list. Anyways, hello, William. You don't back to the sound effects, then make it yourself. That's true. That is also true. You know what? A pro of this is also your resourcefulness. That's another huge thing.
Oh, hi, I'm here now.
Mm-hmm.
I missed what happened in the first episode because I was too busy listening to Enderman rap for like 10 hours straight.
I love that one. That's one of my favorites.
I'm probably going to actually try and remake it. So yeah, not the song, but the animation, because, oh boy. I see fun.
The rhythm, the slickest musician, the sickest magician, you'll dip in the slip into different positions for lifting your brick when you're still up the mission. Yeah, Anthony and I used to sing that all the time to like that. In fact, we had a joke between ourselves. So if people don't know, Anthony is the first voice actor of Julius from Mutant Girl. So we had a joke where we were singing like, "You don't want to mess with the Julius, no, no.
Oh my goodness.
You don't want to mess with his neutralness, no. Yeah, that cracked us up for quite a while. Yeah.
Why have I never heard of that joke?
Well, it's because Anthony isn't normally around these days, and by the time I met you, he'd already like sort of vanished. So that's probably why.
I mean, makes sense.
Mm.
Well, I'm gonna casually throw my 3DS against the wall.
Oh, all right then.
I'm ready for some chaos. I guess I don't even know what to expect.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, love question about My Little Pony. That's gone down pretty well. Johnny made a community post about that today as well. Seems to have been entertained by it.
I don't have any context about it.
Again,
I know there's a show that exists that apparently is popular. I'm not bothered to watch it since I'm too busy dying inside mentally.
I still have the Fluttershy PNG here with cake batter wings and everything.
Oh my goodness. I didn't see that last stream because I had to go.
Yeah, I was trying to look up references to because Ghostie was talking about the designs of the Equestria girls themselves. So I was like, okay, I need to like look up some Google images, and it's like that was one of them. Just as well that Google was kind to me looking up stuff that's MLP related.
Mm-hmm.
All right, okay, back to watching some more Ghost Girl then.
I probably need context for the first episode because I don't know.
Okay, so what happened was Fluffy and Yuri, a cat and a human, were in a class together alone with Mrs. Dysart. They left the class, and then they appeared on the roof where Yuri's brother happened to be being bullied at the time and threatened to be pushed off the roof by three bullies. Then Yuri goes in to protect her brother, ends up getting pushed herself along with Fluffy the cat, and that's how she becomes a ghost. And that is the context.
Okay, so hold on. Did you think they burned a classroom? Excuse?
No one burned a classroom.
Okay, I heard burned a classroom for some reason.
Yeah, no.
Imagine just burn a classroom down like it's average Tuesday.
Yeah. I also forgot to read the descriptions. Last one just says a lot of mistakes as I have made a gacha series before. Oh, Fox actually also commented on the original video. This is pretty nice for a first attempt. Okay, so what does the second episode say? Warning: I don't know how to work KineMaster very well, so the volume is still quiet, which means that Ghostie listened to my first piece of advice and actually got editing software. Except for we immediately see the recorder once again. Oh, and hey, it's me! I'm in the show now, and so is Emily.
Oh dear Lord. Okay. Immediately off to a very, very bad start for me.
I wonder how Emily feels about like her old OC being in here.
She'd probably just murder you, Ghost Kitty.
Oh no! Like Ghost Kitty like asked to like have this. This was the up to date OC at the time, or at least a remade version, because as you can tell, there's some differences between my own self and
because Ghost Kitty has her own style of designing gacha characters.
Well, okay, but that I think that came about later because the current Ghost Kitty design looks more like this and less like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
That looks more like a demon man, but okay.
That being said, of course, my OC looks more like this.
Yeah.
And less like this. So bit of a difference. But yeah, I did what I could. I created that design specifically like as a response to the overcomplicated gacha OCs in 2019 and how it was super difficult to make them. So I understand the struggle of trying to recreate someone else's OC.
Yeah. It's pain.
Yeah, but thank goodness for Gacha Club nowadays, that's no longer an issue because you can just have the export codes, which...
Well, unless you have no context to that person, which is that case the guy that just have to recreate it from the ground up, and that's kind of your fault.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, so I said, like, I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure I said, oh yeah, I would get permission to use my OC in this show and everything, but I don't think I remember, like, being contacted about the export code, so I guess this was the result.
The compromise.
I mean, I'm not exactly the best at thumbnails myself, so I get that. Anyway.
It's been 10 days, I think, since I died. No one around here needs me.
So, okay.
I'm already hating this with the burning passion.
One thing I do like is the fact that, you know, again, the attempt to simulate movement is still there, but it works a lot better now that Yuri is like being dragged because he's just floating, rather than what happened before when someone's walking. Speaking of walking, here is Mr. Skullface himself, Jake.
OMG, I am so sorry.
So Yuri can't be seen by anyone, but she can collide into them at full speed.
How does that work? We'll never know.
Yeah.
Because plot holes are dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody ever fixes them, including Aphmau.
Maybe that's part of the ghost lore, that they're not intangible, but they are invisible.
Remember that one potion that was in the one of the early mystreet episodes when Lucinda, I believe, threw a potion at Zane, that one potion she talked about? I think it was like the eternal life or whatever. I don't even remember what it's called. I think she called it like a forever potion. Remember that was just creating a big plot hole for later on.
I don't remember it being called a forever potion.
Well, something close at least. Well, it's not that, but like it was kind of like that. I think I don't know. But we were all just like freaking out how plot hole that caused for later things.
Well, what I do remember is the potion you threw at Travis, which made Travis basically go into creative mode. But in universe, he was made to be temporarily invincible. Can anyone think of a few situations where an invincibility potion might have come in handy?
Also known as everything in season 6.
And also 4. Granted, Lucinda did forget her potion equipment She did leave that, which is why she was basically useless for like most of that season. But still, like she gained access to potions later, which actually that was when she was under Ian's control. So I think that would have been worse for everyone else.
Yeah, because Ian is a little jerk in the original stuff instead of we're still a joke in the modern stuff, but not nearly as much to the point where he's murdering people just for a silly girl.
Or getting the same girl to murder people for you.
And that's just called mind control for you there.
Yeah, he would have got away with it too if it weren't for those meddling goddesses and their Deus Ex Machinas too.
Oh, often our lives just plot.
Yeah, exactly. I do remember that day after the Aaron fall and how everyone in the fandom was freaking out so much.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was like half prepared to like make a video theorizing why he could have survived the fall before the episode came out, but I realized I was never gonna have enough time because Aphmau was way faster than I was making videos.
Oof. I mean, to be fair, with the production quality, I'm surprised they came out as fast as they did.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. They're probably
So
like
they
in
had a
production
team.
they're probably in production like way further back, but yeah, still.
That makes sense. Though I think season 6 took like an entire year just because animation is hard.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so bad for the one Fallen Kingdom animator who had to animate everything.
Yeah. Though then again, I don't think there was a deadline so much for that one. But yeah. This is why we don't talk about Cursed Child because of so many plot holes.
Yeah.
That's another good example. I have a fellow.
Anyways, moving on.
Destroy the Cursed Child with, yeah. Hearts Willing because he makes great high pixel streams. Oh yeah, I've had the tab over for the April Fool's one. I still have to watch that.
That one was interesting to say the least. Because apparently they swapped the heads with your friends' heads on Hypixel on that particular day. So it was very weird. Just everyone else had my head around me, and then everyone saw me as having their head. It was weird on Hypixel.
I see. Okay.
One of the weirdest April Fool's things I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not as bad as people releasing April Fool's videos on not April Fool's Day. Like 3 days after. Like, really, dude? Come on.
Sometimes editing is hard.
Yeah, but like at least get it on the day of April Fool's Day.
Yeah, see, we did the best option. We just went for streams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you stupid girl. Now just leave me be.
Oh wait, hold on. It's Jake who's talking right now. It's because like they said like the stupid girl thing. It's like, wait a minute, why is Yuri saying that? No, so it's Jake talking, calling Yuri a stupid girl. So here's another issue with the mouths. It's bad enough already that multiple people can have their mouths still moving when someone else is talking, and they're all voiced by the same person in the exact same way, making it already hard to tell what the person is saying. But also, Jake has a skull on his head the entire time, which means that we can't even see his mouth when he's moving. So the only way we'd have to tell if he's saying anything is if no one else is talking, which of course Yuri is. Good lord. All right.
Just leave me be and we won't have a problem.
Yeah, don't make me raise my voice at you. Leave me alone. And yes, this is indeed the love interest, because once you bump into a boy with a skull on his head, that means that you'll end up in love with him till you're dead. Or after you're dead.
Please, my favorite!
Of course, when it's not gacha tropes, it's just regular anime tropes.
It's just regular everything tropes, actually.
Then again, I did used to see a lot of characters bumping into each other in gacha videos. That did come up quite a lot back in the day. Okay, so he just went straight through her, so I guess she can be passed through.
Who is that boy and how How did he see me? Could he
Why
also
is
have
he
been a
dead
ghost?
like you?
I don't know. Again, I had a theory that he could see Yuri because of the skull, and that's why he like wore it, so he could like
Maybe
actually.
he has like an undead seeing thing mask.
Yeah, that's what I thought at the time. Although I think
Wait,
Ghostie said that
mask,
wasn't
so
what
you can-
happens, but I don't know.
Dream with his mask that you can see dead spirits and not see anything.
Ah, so that's what the point of the mask is.
No human.
What the point of the mask is?
You know, that's a video you should remake.
Oh no! I remake it in Minecraft form simply because I don't want to deal with the glitches Fire Productions had to deal with.
Yeah, of course.
Everything.
Again, do what you gotta do.
No, it's not.
Look, I'm too busy already trying to remake Enderman Rap right now. I'm getting someone to remake the Enderman rig for me, so.
All right.
Because rigs are not my thing.
Fair enough.
And also, I never got his name. Back to flying, I guess.
Oh yeah, please, yeah, do try and find him. Oh, wait, no, sorry, back to flying. I guess was the thing. I thought she said that.
Don't go the opposite. Go the opposite direction. He went the opposite direction. I'm pretty sure you're blind.
No, I misheard that. I thought she said got to find him next, but no, I said back to flying. I guess time to fly. I guess, yeah.
Oh boy.
You think the mask might be the reason? You know, because Younger Me never wrote the original story beside these early episodes. I know. This is the only voice acted gacha series I think that has ever been unscripted, which is an interesting record to have, I think. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Probably. Well, here's the thing: improv gacha series never been done, surprisingly, and I don't know. I mean, I know why. They're a pain in the freaking ass.
Yeah, the only way that I can see that being like pulled off is if you like get into a voice call with some other people, or just do it yourself and then just like improv everything and then, you know, do the gacha stuff afterwards.
I mean, at the very least, like, at least have some story points down so that everything makes sense. Well, at least as much sense as you want it to make. You can make it make no sense and at least have some sense in it because of the plots, you know, not just going all over the place unless you want them to be all over the place.
Unless you're going for a interdimensional cable feel, in which case all rules are off the table.
Yeah, all rules are already off the table as it is. In Gacha everything. We've seen everything from ghosts to demons to animatronics.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is off the table.
Wait,
There's
okay.
no rules in place anymore.
You're literally taking notes now. One, have a script. Yes, even if it's not voiced, have a script. Always have a script for your gacha shows.
Even if it's not a voice, at least have a script so you can write down the dialogue. Like
2 edits, definitely. Well, yeah, because that means you can actually make changes later on, and you can also remember stuff that having to go
3 don't voice
like the screenshots. Yeah,
that's you can voice if you want to. It's just that in this case,
not the notes. That is not what I'm trying to say here.
In this particular case that we're watching here, I feel like it would have been probably better if there wasn't voice acting, because I'm just cringing to death from this voice acting that doesn't exist.
Oh, well, I have got to at least commend Ghost Kitty for attempting voice acting.
Yeah, I feel like it would have
could have gone further
if there wasn't the voice acting, in my opinion. It just hinders the experience for me personally.
Who knows? Maybe. Actually, here's an experiment. After this video, I'm not gonna do it now, but after this video, people want to watch like try watching Ghost Girl, but then just like mute the video. I don't know if
redubbing it yourselves.
That's not what I meant, but also you could do that. We could do that, quite honestly. We could redub this show fairly easily.
We probably could, to be fair. We keep saying we could do that, and we don't usually do that because usually we just forget or time.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, it would be cool though.
Or again, we're doing like a bunch of other things. But yeah, your mic is not made for voice acting.
Well,
if
mine technically is, but it doesn't feel like it is because of how not clear it is most of the time.
Yeah, and also the fact that you sound quite you sound quite grainy because like you're so close to it a lot of the time. I think that's also a thing.
Well, sometimes I'm far away from it, actually.
Okay, yeah. I don't know.
Like, I am very close to it right now.
I can tell, yeah.
Ooh, the library. Fuck you, there you are.
Okay, now you have teleportation powers. Either that or just skip time. Great.
Skip time, because he did say she was going to go to the library, and here she's in the library. Which, yeah. I wish to take my mini vacation at the library.
Even though you're dead and no one sees you, so why are you still going to school, huh?
I think she's trying to look up information about ghosthood, and I guess her cat had the same idea.
How did Sage show up?
I suppose.
I won't believe the person I just met. Meow, 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 meow. I just met a weird human. At least I think he's human.
I just met a real human, or at least I think he's human.
Everyone around you is a real human. Excuse me. He is a demon from hell, and that's it. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Imagine if he was like actually a demon, and that's why he like has the skull, because that's like a human skull. And he's like, this will fool all the humans.
Please don't tell me that's actually what it is, because if it is, then we once again predict things all the time. When it comes to everything we view on the channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. By the way, yes, ghosthood, like adulthood and childhood. Yeah. That's an Angie Sage term.
Don't you just go to heaven after you died?
Not in this universe, or maybe you're supposed to, but something prevented her. I don't think it was ever confirmed exactly why she was brought back as a ghost and no one else was. Maybe that's that'll be in a future episode or something.
Let's hope we can give more context, because
Okay, so she couldn't see his face to know if he was human or not. Okay, I guess because she did think that he might have been a ghost as well. There's that.
Maybe he is. But even then, ghosts just slide through each other. I'll be right back. I need to use the bathroom quick.
Alright.
The skeleton master, I can't see his face. But from the looks of it, he was human, an outcast at most.
An outcast at most. You hear that? If you're a human, if you're an outcast, you're barely human. Ghost Kitty 2021. Then again, have people heard of like the Untouchables in like Hinduism? I think it is. That's just that makes me sad, honestly.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. What's that? We should try and talk to him? But what? But the last time I talked to him, well, how do I put this? He wasn't very nice. I don't know why. Maybe
because you rammed into him at full speed. That's why he wasn't nice to you. It's pretty self-explanatory. From his perspective, obviously she's in a panic, so I get why it happened. And did ghosts go through each other in Beetlejuice the movie? It's been too long since I've seen that movie. I don't think they did.
Maybe it's because he's an outcast? I don't know. Cliffhanger!
Just again, no segue. I like to imagine that, you know, Yuri just said the word cliffhanger to the camera, and that's how like you like just snapped out of it. I haven't seen such a blazing fourth wall break since Sonic X. And yeah, see, exactly. You flew into him. But by the way, can I just say, like, the first episode of Ghost Girl was called Warning Cliff Space Hanger. And this episode is called A New Friend or Not. So yeah, but they both have cliffhangers, so I guess that just became a standard, which by the way is not a bad thing to do. Having cliffhangers is actually encouraged, because it means, especially when you're like me and it takes ages to bring back a new episode, the people who leaving the audience wanting more incentivize them to come back. So it's actually a pretty good tactic. That's what I can say in favor of this. I'm not seeing too many other elements of Kind Master appearing in here, but I guess that's because they're just starting out with that. They're not going to use all the features immediately. There's still a lot of the V recorder itself being applied in this case. But we are going to slowly move away from that, and eventually, this studio mode that you see before you right now, rest assured, audience, that will fade forever. Yogi was saying dun 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 and cliffhanger. Yeah, I did love that. To be continued. Da, 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 da. Like that's just like genuinely funny, you know, for the intended purpose. Also, which version of Sonic X did I watch? So I watched whatever version my dad found in as part of like a box set while we lived in Spain. So I watched the Spanish dub. I don't know how many versions there are of the Spanish dub. So that's my answer. That version. And it was the first. It was the early seasons. Yeah. All right. No, wait. This is the same episode. Give it a moment. Okay. Episode 3. Encounter with a familiar face. Sorry, it's... Wait, what? Sorry, it's short, I think was what said here. Yeah. Sorry, so I guess Ristream removed the apostrophe. Anything in the description? Nothing. That being said, these videos were coming out really quickly. Because episode 3 is on April 8th. Episode 1 was April 4th. And episode 2 was April 5th. It was a day after. Wow, you were on a pretty good grind with these, Ghost Kitty. Jeez.
Why am I in focus?
Oh, because I'm loading the next video.
Fluffy, have you found any books yet that could possibly be about?
Tell me, non-sentient being that they can't read. Have you found any books yet?
5 any from the dead?
Wow.
Meow meow meow. Meow meow meow.
Okay, here's the question: how sentient is that cat? Like, it's got a human head, but still, like, how can Fluffy understand what Yuri's saying? Really? I guess Yuri can also understand Fluffy. Maybe that's why Fluffy.
Maybe Yuri speaks cat language.
Maybe that's why Fluffy was allowed to be in school because he was intelligent enough to pass as a student, so that he just enrolled himself. I suppose.
Or secretly, he's a demon from hell as well.
Japanese version is good. English dub was bad because they're trying to make it kid-friendly, but it was actually anime. Okay, well...
That's called for kids every day.
Well,
they woke up and said, I chose Invisible Gun this morning.
Well, Spanish dub seems to be kid-friendly, but I don't think it's, like, heavily censored. I don't believe.
Apparently Sonic sweared in the original anime.
I don't know. Certainly haven't seen any invisible guns yet, so it's got that over Yu-Gi-Oh! At least. Which, by the way, the Spanish style of Yu-Gi-Oh! Does also have invisible guns. I've confirmed that. Maybe because those were the only times that you could actually hear younger me. She was making her own suit, even though she wasn't very confident. Her voice was very quiet. I think that's actually part of the reason why stuff like the high trend became a thing. Because remember that, like how for a while there was like there was this trending topic in Gacha where like all you had to do was just make a video of your character with like this song in the background, but then like halfway through just say hi, and then I made a video like ruthlessly making fun of it.
Oof.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? I'm actually going to download that quickly because I can do that easily from my own channel. So let's see. High trend. I did the high trend for some reason. Yeah. I swear it was like the easiest thing in the world to do. I need to make space in here for more videos. Yeah, okay. I did the high trend for some reason. Processing. Processing. Okay, here we go.
Installing only goes so far when you've got a head start.
Hi.
You can stay at home or watch the sunset.
Wait, seriously? That's it? That's all this trend is? That took like one take. You're kidding me. Obviously, that second part of the sketch was not part of the trend. It was just high. Yeah. And then people like make compilations of the best like highs. Like, what's the criteria?
Like, what is it? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna slap my book against the wall.
Yeah, okay.
First abusing stuffed animals, now books.
So yeah, like I obviously know like the real reason why it became a trend is because like a lot of gacha tubers just never did a voice reveal. And the reason for that is because most of them are just not confident in their own voices. Which again, I said before, I went through myself just way before gacha was even a thing. So yeah, got that.
To be fair, Ghostie closed everything, got them out of the shelves.
No, I'm not even talking about like popularizing voice acting itself. I mean like the actual gacha tubers themselves revealing what they sound like.
Maybe it inspired them a bit.
Maybe. I'm not sure because I know that there were like other gacha tubers who also did at least speak in their own videos, at least as themselves. I don't know, but whatever it may have been, that was still a major thing by the time the high trend came around. So I do like to see the fact that even someone who like wasn't confident actually just went and gave it a go. And of course, even though like obviously this is like you know, there's major room for improvement, the fact that it exists at all is still commendable. That's the bottom line of it.
At least it tried, and that's all that matters.
Also, I don't think I actually ever ended up getting this far. I don't think we ever actually finished watching the DVDs. I got like tons of them for some reason, but it's just they were in a box. I found them like yesterday, so it's on my mind. Okay. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I'll get back to you on the Spanish dub there. Do you think Jake comments about Fluffy being in school and how pets weren't allowed? Yeah, see, that's why you say you like the headcanon of Fluffy being enrolled as a student. There we go. That was the legal loophole. Doesn't count as a pet. Also, am I making a gacha vid? And hi, me back. I'm glad that you're back. Yes.
What was that grammar?
Yeah. Also, Ghostie's not here right now, so you'll have to.
Ghostie just left.
Yeah, I think something might have come up. So, yeah,
He just vanished off the place of the earth.
Might need to come back to a different stream afterwards for that. I think Fluffy is a demon. You know, I'd say demon
I
with an
wouldn't blame
A.
you.
You know, demon with an A, like the Philip Pullman, his Dark Material style demon, which is why he's always around Yuri and has to like die when she dies.
Oh my god.
I think the actual reason is that younger you loved.
Oh my.
Okay. I will say as well, there are not too many animal characters in Gacha, but by which I mean not like like the hybrid animals and the mutants and blah blah. Not that. I mean like proper non-anthropomorphized animals, and for good reason, because most of them are just that they're just PNGs. You can't change their pose, you can't change their expressions, which is why I assume you've edited a human's face onto this cat's body, which, as terrifying as that is, at least it shows some initiative. Just changing
because can't really do much if it's just a thing. Yes, we'll call it a thing and not a cat from now on.
It's just a shame that the shadow end up getting in the way of that. Not the shadow, the portal thing, the disc.
Okay, I'll just keep searching over here.
Just retake that scene, I guess, but leave the original take in. That was the same kind of meow meow. I don't know. And yep, Jake comes back in again. One of your books is about twins who are hybrids fighting against each other. They're half vampire and half wolf. Surprisingly, like one of the few things that I share with Shakespeare, apart from both being British, is like my obsession with the concept of twins. But I don't think I've ever actually made a book with twins as the main characters before. I don't know why I haven't done that, just haven't. Or even a script for that matter. It's weird. Anyway, based on Hayloft 2 by Mother. Okay. I don't know that one.
What do you mean, Monty? I don't think I want anyone else.
Wait.
So we meet again.
Okay, so he does lift the skull off his head, so he is able to see her through his own eyes and not the skull.
So he is a ghost. Okay.
All right.
You're that girl who bumped into me. What exactly are you doing here?
What exactly are you doing in the library? What could someone possibly be doing in here? I don't know, having tea with the king. What kind of question is that?
Tea with the who's the king in this situation? What?
I was gonna say tea with the queen because that's like a popular phrase, but yeah, can't really do that now.
Anyway.
Actually, no, we do have a queen, but not the same.
Well, I'm looking for books. Yeah, I'm looking for books. I'm totally nothing official about that. I'm totally not looking for a book about how we revive ghosts.
I mean, why pretend about that? Because on one hand, if he thinks that you're a regular human, he's not going to really care what subject you're looking up. Because reviving ghosts, he's just going to seem like you're a bit crazy.
And he himself is a ghost, so we can probably tell by a white skin.
I don't think he is a ghost, actually. Yeah, I'm just gonna squash that rumor right now because I've watched this before. He's not actually a ghost. He can just see ghosts.
Okay.
But the fact that he can see ghosts means that he must know about them a little bit, and also wouldn't be freaked out.
Maybe he's a cultist or a supernatural demon thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think his pupils that are skulls are the reason why I can see her. I'm guessing at this point. Okay, sure. Gives William warm tea. Absolutely.
Why?
None of this cold tea that the Americans.
I don't even like tea, and I'm Canadian.
Yeah, like I believe that. What are you really up to? I'm telling the truth. Also, Why would it be your business what I'm doing here? You're just acting the mission.
If anyone walked in that room, they'd probably be confused of why this kid is just talking to nobody. Like, you just be like, who are you talking to, you crazy person?
Absolutely, yeah.
Luckily, no one's walked in the room yet.
Yes, hot chocolate, delicious.
I bet I'm predicting something. Thank you very much.
You're not doing anything suspicious in here. Like stealing anything. Not though. Isn't it against the law? Isn't it against the law to bring?
John, I want to do you know that Simpsons meme of Abe Simpson going, turn it up, turn it up.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Pet door in here.
The only polar opposite of that meme is the THX thing.
Him? He's not really a pet. He's more like family or a friend. I guess.
You call that thing a friend?
This is kind of reminding me of like the same relationship that like Gumball and Darwin have, where they're brothers, but Darwin is legally a pet fish.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But the shit was like,
yeah, he's still breathing without water for some reason.
Hey, look, he grew legs on purpose. That's just what he did.
He just grew legs on purpose, and he's like, oh, now I can breathe. Apparently, okay.
In fact, I'm pretty sure that's why he's called Darwin, as like an allusion to evolution.
Hey guys, sorry for the cliffhanger again.
Don't apologize for the cliffhangers. The cliffhangers are good. Also, I guess we're getting to Ghost Kitty doing the same thing that Johnny does now, actually. Interestingly enough, just at the end of the video rather than the beginning.
To be fair, I give Johnny some slack. I've seen some of this stuff before. And like, he actually helps critique other things, so yeah.
That is true, yes. You know, he was able to critique, the first Mutant Girl episode, definitely.
Yeah, and so was I, because I was, the one who originated that stream and decided to just roast the heck out of you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm planning to do more of those, probably. Just, I hope I don't get ridiculed by any of my friends in Discord.
I'm the one who's supposed to be ridiculed during those, so,
Well, my Minecraft animator friends will only be confused of why I'm doing a grass-related stream. Also, I'm dying already.
I don't know. You've already talked about like Donkey Kong and stuff like that.
To be fair, that's a whole other can of worms that I just kind of accepted because, look, I still need to get that video done as well as an Autism or Stage video.
Yeah, what day is Autism Wednesday actually?
It was like 2 days ago.
Oh, dang it!
So I'm very late on it, but I'm gonna get a video done by the end of this week, hopefully.
This is what I was saying about the April Fool's thing. But yeah.
I just think they're fun to do. I'm sorry. I understand if you hate that I keep doing cliffhangers.
And to make a prediction, this character does not move or change the entire time we're going to see this outro.
But I just think cliffhangers.
Yeah, they won't. If they're not going to move, just hide the interface! Or zoom it in, even.
I don't think.
Master allow you to zoom in things?
I guess Ghostie didn't discover that until later.
Awesome.
But yeah, hide the interface, definitely. Don't watch your April Fool's video. Don't watch my April Fool's video.
You won't even be able to understand it.
Exactly. Not that the video that I was reviewing made more sense in English, because apparently it just straight up just didn't. But yeah.
So, well, I was gonna say something, but never mind. So I guess this is goodbye for now. Until the very next episode. And remember, keep calm, carry on, be awesome, and help us play. I messed up. And maybe.
Oh my god. This outro. Okay, so this outro, keep calm, carry on, and be awesome, maybe help astray. I remember being this was like what Ghost Kitty said at the end of a bunch of 5 Years Later streams. So that was like part of my outro as well for a bit. It just got it got way too long and convoluted later on, and of course we end off with the classic nya, even though I think at this point it was said like nah for some reason.
Maybe I was like, no.
I mean,
see, told you.
Furries.
Oh yeah, then it was like pause out because of peace out, and then Goofy loves you. Like friends for all. I can't remember the whole thing. Again, it got way too much. Like I know that my outro is is on like the middle range as far as YouTuber outros go, but it's a comfortable middle.
I usually just do like barely the minimum for an outro for my videos, or even an intro, because my content doesn't really deserve an intro unless it's like very important to the big thing I'm talking about.
It depends. With YouTuber intros, it's always it depends on like how you actually do it, because nowadays a lot of the
I haven't like tried to do anything other than YouTube videos or live streams. I haven't tried YouTube Shorts like at all in a long time. I did try it once, but I barely did anything else with it at that time. At this point,
I've had that be recommended to me actually, to like several times. Beanie Boy actually during the creator commentary of the Music Girl 4th anniversary actually said you should make some of these to shorts. Like I tried that for a bit. It worked all right.
How do I keep falling off edges of everything? Okay.
I know. I was going to spell something and then go. Going to spell something and then go what? Oh, like like that Nostalgia Critic clip. Fair enough. Younger me, starting a counter. Younger Kitty, shut up. Counter 1.
Counter 1.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Oh my god. My outro was there was a salute, and when I say KW out. See, that's fine. That's all right. I mean, I was to say it's a bit more typical than a thing that I do, but it's also not incredibly crazy. Like keep calm, coward, and be paused, maybe help astray. Nya is, for example. You don't have to be that extra, definitely. Tara, why do you have to be extra? Okay.
I'm like trying to think of some stuff right now, but also like I'm definitely gonna be doing more stuff in the future when it comes to things. I haven't done a Minecraft roleplay in like ages at this point. Or it feels like ages anyways. I've actually even started or completed.
But neither have I. Like, the last Minecraft roleplay that I was a part of was Drama Club.
I don't know what happened to that.
Well, Aiden started his job and then was never able to really schedule any recording sessions.
At that point, it's just cancelled.
I don't know, because actually he's been around a lot more recently. But most of his time that is like spent recording with us is actually spent doing Pixel Month.
Oh my god!
So that's also a thing. But yeah, so before you were a Marvel character who was like a soldier, now you're more like a Dark Hyrulean. Yeah, when I started out, I didn't have a persona. I was just me because like that was obviously I didn't start out with Gacha, so that wasn't the whole concept with me. It's like, oh, I'm not going to create a whole character yet. I did give myself a fake name. I mean, Jacob Buzzer still is not my real name to this day, but yeah, I gave myself a different fake name at the time, which was Thorin Cocoman, based on my Minecraft username of Cocoman 3 and my obsession with the Hobbit films at the time, which were still new at that point. but that eventually faded out. Oh, you started as a gamer. Yeah, actually, to be honest, nowadays I can imagine that the Dark Hyrulean theme would probably work fairly well for a VTuber or something.
Sure. We haven't played a
personality
as well.
Yeah, that was actually opened up a few days ago.
Yeah, we need to get back on that as soon as we can. At least
yeah, I was busy editing Pixel Pixelmon videos because I'm trying to edit like 2 or 3 videos a day so I can get ahead, because we're gonna be.
How many Pixelmon videos have you recorded like a long time ago?
Well, okay, not just those ones. We're making new ones as well for this year.
Oh, okay. Problems immediately.
Oh.
Immediately.
Well, yeah. So my first Pixel One is not just the only Pixel One show that I am doing this year.
Oh, crud.
There's actually 2 more, which is why it's been such a hassle. But yeah, like the Pixel One videos, like the whole point of Pixel One is I have to have a video out like every day that's Pixel One related for the entire month of April. That's the whole gimmick. But the thing is that my family and I are going to Exeter for a few days at some point, which means like we're gonna be that way for like 5 days. I'm not gonna say which days they are.
You get like 5 videos scheduled.
Exactly, and I've so far I have 2. So yeah.
I haven't had like as much motivation to edit videos recently, just because of like the hassle editing takes for me personally. The worst for me, in my opinion.
Well, yeah.
Any video, the editing is the worst step.
That's again why I said that the gacha, the best part of like most gacha things that I'm involved with is the scripting process.
I also don't really like doing scripting. I'm more of an improv sort of guy, which is why most of the time I do things, it's usually improv. Also, this red team has the worst bed defense of all time in this game.
Okay, sure. All right.
I'm just playing Bed Wars right now because I can, and I'm peak attention. I'm just trying to do other stuff at the same time.
And yeah, I have 2 Falcon Claw VODs in reserve. Actually, I'm gonna schedule those for when I'm away. So yeah. So that because I don't want to be streaming every day while I'm gone. So yeah. You stop because you have a good editing software. I mean, I can understand that. For the first 3 years of my channel, I was just using EasyVid for all my
editing software is a kind of a weird thing because I've gone through so many. First, I pirated Sony Vegas because I was dumb. Oh, I'm not joking. I actually pirated Sony Vegas once.
I also acquired Sony Vegas, which at the time was still Sony Vegas. It's Magix Vegas nowadays, but I acquired it at the time, and then I've since upgraded to more.
I don't even know what's the deal with like the rebranding of Sony Vegas to Magix.
Well, I guess it's just because I think Magix took it over from Sony.
I mean, that makes the most logical sense, but like, why wouldn't Sony just use the one editing software for the films? Oh,
I guess that might be why. Maybe they maybe they have a whole different thing now. I have no idea.
Editing software when it comes to movies are very confusing.
Wait, hold on. You've reviewed my review of Secret of the Plex. Okay, I gotta watch that now. I won't like watch it on stream because then it'll be like an endless loop of us just constantly reacting back and forth to each other. But yeah, that's I gotta check that out eventually. And opening shots, young me could do this. Oh yeah, so back to this video. Yes, apparently this is the first of the opening shots. Let's see if there's a description as well. This is episode 4, by the way. The beginning of research. Wasn't that last episode? The whole thing from in the library where they were researching?
Yeah.
Why is this now the beginning of research? Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered who shows up in this episode. I understand now. Okay, let's watch.
Oh no.
Have you found anything yet?
Oh hey, look who it is! It's Felix from the Gacha series.
Where did he come from? Where in God's green earth did he come from? What?
This is what I was saying before. You weren't here for the episode 1 review, but yeah, episode 1 had Mrs. Dysart, but an older version of Mrs. Dysart. But yet here we have like just regular old young Felix.
Apparently, Ghost Kitty's a huge fan of your stuff, then, to the point where she just includes your characters in her thing.
Well, yeah, she is. She included me actually. Both Emily and I have already made appearances in this show. Well, obviously you saw. Well, you saw us. You were there for like episode 2. So, yes. And yeah, for a while, like, Ghostie was actually doing like a lot of fan-related content for Music Girl and Fallen Angels. In fact, was one of the only people to actually do a cover of the song Wings. So yeah, I was more making.
I still want to make an original song for Music Girl. I just haven't figured out like what I'm gonna do for it yet. I know what I'm probably gonna do for the visuals of it, but like for the actual song, I don't know.
Wait, what part? But sorry, say that again because I was reading the chat.
I do want to make an original Music Girl song, so I just haven't figured out like what I'm gonna do for the song itself, and also just like for the lyrics to accompany it. I might get someone else to help me with producing it. I have a good friend who knows how to use BandLab better than I do.
Fair enough. I've been trying to get the hang of Soundtrap to do a theme song for one of the Pixelmon shows, and yeah, hasn't been going too well. Just because, not because the program is bad, because I'm not good at music production. Yeah, again, lyrics my bread and butter. That's the part that's why I have so many parody songs. That's why for years that was all that I would do. And once again, the writing was my one redeeming feature with the videos that I had.
That's why you criticize the writing the most. Or at least you do. I criticize more of the editing because I'm more of an editing / animation person.
Over the years of doing Gacha Review, I've grown to criticize a lot more of the editing as I myself improved in Gacha editing specifically.
Animation is a whole other can of worms, though. Well, and I can't critique it very well because I know my animation. I see it.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, don't worry, that's never stopped me before from critiquing animation-related gachas, but maybe not about the animation itself. Maybe that I do tend to pivot more to story.
It's more the story, yeah, because.
That's also the reason why there's a lot of other people who talk more about character designs than I do, like Ghostie, Emily, So we all have our areas of expertise.
Yeah. Even if I do 3D stuff, and not 2D, like proper people in that kind of sphere probably should criticize those things.
Ow.
Oh god, crap.
Unfortunately, no one has anything about bringing back the dead. How are you even sure she's still around? If she were, wouldn't she have made contact with you?
A very good question. How does Shino know that Yuri's still around? Like, besides the whole contact thing, because maybe she just can't do that. Yeah, like, is there like some sort of feeling? I don't know.
Just because she hasn't made contact yet doesn't mean she isn't out there. So this is your place. I gotta admit, it's pretty nice.
I love how you've got Felix in this series, and yet the background that was used for Felix's house is just.
Yeah, just don't touch anything. We're only here to research. Okay. I won't touch anything, Mr. Grumpy Pants.
Again,
wait, shouldn't Yuri's parents be a bit concerned where her child is?
Well, they think she's dead, remember?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Why is a random person just coming into the house not invited by them, but invited by Yuri?
No. Yuri, this is not Yuri's house, this is Jake's house, I think.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and also, but also this scene of Jake asking Yuri not to touch anything once again confirms that as a ghost she is not intangible.
Oh my god.
I'm not
a plot holes. The worst thing ever to exist. Also, for some reason, there's an Aphmau skin in my Bedwars game.
Oh, fair enough. Don't know how I forgot about Phoenix Reality in the script for Ghost Girl episode 8 to 7 or 8. I should replace him with your own OC. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's already there in the story, so it would kind of be weird to just write him out with no explanation or just replace him with somebody else. Because then just be like, oh, well, who is this person? Then you have a whole other issue.
Grumpy Pan. Sure you're not.
Oh.
Billy, quit messing with those test tubes and help me research this topic.
I do love that they have a small bookcase, but yet Shino has actually selected out books already, despite the fact that a school library had nothing to help.
I need to work on my other project.
I mean, do school libraries think about ghosts 24/7? No, of course they don't.
Well, they're more likely to have something in their wide selection than the small bookcase in the science lab, is what I was trying to say.
Scientist for the mutation project, not.
Yeah, the mutation project. Again, wonder what that's a reference to.
Yeah, I wonder.
Go project.
What? Okay.
That doesn't mean you can't help me on my project. Fine, I help.
By the way, if people want to have a drinking game, take a shot every time the words "help" and "project" was said during that conversation.
Yeah, we don't want to be drunk.
Well, Ghostie nearly was, because we're going to review Liongate today.
Oh God, that's why I saw the thing for Liongate, but then it just disappeared and changed.
Yeah, it changed because today is the Ghost Girl's 2nd anniversary, so
you just didn't want. Also, probably help for you not to suffer.
Mm-hmm. Do their test tubes? Do they have the anomalies? See with the Plex reference. Yeah.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to suffer either with having to deal with that. Oh, Lebowski.
What if you replace with another character who has the same name? Then I guess it's just another example of someone changing a design. That also stands out, but probably not as much. It could just be like, oh, hey, you've got a new look, Felix, I guess. Again, it's not really much of a problem that he's here necessarily.
The main thing I'd say when it comes to redesigning stuff, I just redesigned it in my personal style. It's like I was redesigning something.
Well, if there's ever any more Ghost Girl videos, I can imagine that Ghost Girl will want to upgrade the designs in the first place anyway, because as you've seen already, there's been plenty of evolution in that regard. Here's another example.
I'm going back to my project.
Oh, I guess we dropped the voice acting. Okay. I'm sorry for the
finally the non-show of you who you are.
And also finally a script is actually there.
Finally. This is never gonna continue ever again, is it?
Well, no. We've got 2 more episodes. But also, have you noticed there was no interface issues this whole video? So
yeah, that was interesting, probably because the characters weren't moving much at all.
I think that was also one of my bits of advice, to make sure that was that was clipped out, because by this point she was already using KineMaster, and so I said, well, if you're using that, then make sure that if nothing else, edit out the parts with the user interface. And this was the first time I think that was actually taken on board in some manner.
Well, last I checked in the video because I was playing Bed Wars, it seemed like it was on the same screenshot for years on end.
Well, okay. That still could improve, but that's because we don't have too many camera angles or anything, and no one's really moving that much. Which, yeah, again, typical for first time gachas.
Fine, I help you, but then I'm going back to my project.
Oh yeah, I've already finished that. Still working on this script. I hope you enjoyed the first part of first ever 2-parter of 3-parter episode or 3-parter episode.
That's a tongue twist if I've ever seen one. What the heck, Ghost Kitty? Okay, well, I'm definitely okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Again, I guess if there's a theme of remastering, apparently that's what is being said here. The theme is to the theme remaster, I guess.
Theme to the theme remaster, okay.
I know, if the theme is remastering something, I guess, changing characters mid-season kind of makes sense. With the Mutant Girl, I'm kind of stuck. I never got to really develop my own style, because the one show that I'm known for has been running for the past 4 years. And during that time, a whole new gacha game came out and changed the way people actually make them in the first place.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, like, if there's ever going to be another Gacha game. I don't think there will be.
That's not either way irrelevant. Point. Yeah, really, the thing is that Gacha Club opened up the different ways people actually have their own styles to this day. But because music goes all like kind of stuck in there, it would be way too jarring to try and like play around with that, especially if I end up changing my mind later. Which is why,
to be fair, yeah, inconsistent styles can be a problem. It is a problem for some things. Like Music Freak's change of style for the characters in like the fourth, I think the fifth episode, because the fourth, because they switched from Gacha Life to Gacha Club.
I thought they switched from Gacha Life to just animation, just straight
up.
Well,
it was using Gacha Club OCs and then turned into animation because she wanted to have the animated walk cycles and stuff, but she had to do it herself.
Yes, okay, that was. Yeah, again, well, the few drawbacks to Gacha Club. Can understand that. Ask for something from me. Oh, and there it is. Keep calm, carry on. Wait, let's read the whole thing. Oh, it's gone. It's not on the screen anymore. Why is it not on the screen? Why is the screen? Okay, I guess we're not reading it then. Next video.
Because we're not reading anything. Reading is for losers, of course.
Oh wait, hang on. That was wait, was that was part 2, right? I'm trying to remember like what part we're on. No, that was part 1, the beginning of research. Yeah, it's part 1 of the part 2 or 3 parts. Yeah, I had to load the correct video, so that's why.
Plan your things out ahead of time, so this doesn't happen.
That's
at least okay. Again, I have to look at mystreet. Mystreet at least planned out their parts for the specials because they had like some sort of script to go off of in the early episodes. Even if it was like still some bit of improv because Aphmau didn't have the voice actors have Minecraft yet. Like they only had the proper voices in the cinematic scenes because I guess that was just easier. I don't know what was the deal with that.
I still don't think it's like the voice actors themselves doing the actions in Minecraft. I think it's just like there's other people in the crew that, you know, puppeteer the characters and then the voice actors are on top of that. That was possibly the first episode that had a script. I see. So yeah, this is where the planning ahead starts. Again, we're into new territory here. Anyways, here's part 2.
Last time, we saw our main character.
Last time on the musical.
They were studying at Jake's house.
On the ghost.
Few days have passed since then, and they have found something. Let's see what they found.
And they found something. Let's see what they found.
They found death.
Jake, I found something.
Let it be known that 3 lines in a row in the script has the word found in them.
What is it? I know, I haven't read it yet.
Then how do you know it's important? Okay.
Then read it. Okay. What does it say?
Can you not read, lady?
Well, apparently she wasn't that good a student.
Back, a fell from the dead. One who died. Back from the dead. One who died by the.
Okay, the fact that this is scripted and you're not reading your own script here. I mean, okay.
By accident. One must first make
to be fair, when it comes to scripts, I just ditch them entirely in certain points because I hate reading scripts. It's the worst, which is why one of my friends originally for the finale of their series had it scripted, but then because I could not do script things for life, and also it was taking too much time. We were just like, third person improv instead.
BB very clearly does not like scripts that much either because she has a habit of, if not just like full on ad-libbing for a bunch of lines, like making everything sound more like it's like more like just hesitation. Because at one point, like one of Pete's lines were just like something along the lines of, I don't know, I had to fight for my one. Which myth did you pick? But the way that she read it was like, I had to fight for my. You see, I had to fight for my one. Which myth did you pick? As like even in real life, she doesn't talk like that. Why suddenly? I don't think there was ever a character choice with Pete. That's like a new thing. That wasn't part of the original. I don't know. You found something. You found something that's in the lore anymore. Oh, Redcons, they're bad for me and you.
Redcons are bad for me and you. Yeah, that thing comes back finally after the one episode that of mystreet that I was talking about earlier. That was the song. It was Redcons.
Yeah, see
that sang in that exact moment because we were so infuriated by the obvious retcon that one episode made.
See, that needs to be a jingle. Maybe start with that in terms of song. We need to do we need to record that version for us, and then get a short animation with you or something.
Who is knocking on my? Hold on.
I don't know.
What is it?
The voices sound like little kids. You mean kid? This is one kid doing every character. A singular kid.
The one who didn't die. So the spirit world can be balanced. What did that mean? I have to. No, I can't. Yuri was wrong.
By the way, before we come to this next reveal about what she has to do to make George to return, I am going to say it's good to have the pauses and you can see that the pause being used way more effectively and the editing out is way better. And once again, William seems to have done the same thing that Ghostie did and just bailed on me. Okay. Why do we keep doing that? They leave and they come back and they're all gone. What is happening? See, if this was a horror movie, that'd be the plot. You know, someone ends up getting summoned and then they disappear. I don't know. Without saying where they're going. Not a clue.
Kill my brother.
Oh, okay, here he is.
My entire thing just crashed on me for some reason. My computer just tried to shut down.
You did the same thing that Ghostie did. Just come back and then immediately leave.
Oof. I think
was saying that was
the
plot of a horror movie.
I have to restart everything again. I have to restart OBS, my VTuber thing again.
Yeah. I was gonna say that was the plot of a horror movie right there, where it's one by one all the members of a live stream end up being summoned off screen, and when they come back, their cameras they turn off their cameras, say nothing else, no one knows where they went, and by the end they're all dead. I don't know.
Hi guys, sorry for the cliffhanger again.
Oh right. Oh, so I guess we don't find out what happened we don't find out what Yuri has to do. So that was just that. We could all collectively agree, right? That was a scene. That wasn't an episode. I think I said that at the time. That was just a scene.
At least I have a Minecraft wolf and sheep plushie now to lay my head on, so that in case I get enraged, I can just sleep on them.
Fair enough. Yeah, my
I can actually show you real quick.
Further away. Is my camera back to? No, it's still not fixed.
Can my webcam just work?
This is no longer in lore because you changed it. Oh, so the thing that she has to do, which I remember what the thing she has to do is, she no longer has to do it. Wow, that's a lot of that tension removed. Okay then. What's my least favorite episode? So far, it's this one because nothing happened in it. It was barely anything.
Nothing happens. The show.
I mean, stuff happens in the show. It just wasn't. There's this scene particular. Younger Kitty, shut up, counter 2. And I'm hungry like the wolf. Oh, yeah, wolves attacking sheep. Tale as old as time. What is in your head, by the way?
Oh, these are my headphones.
Oh, okay.
Don't ask why they're covered with socks. The air pads came off of these things, so I had to make a creative solution.
That is a creative solution. I 100% agree with that.
And also rubber bands to keep the socks in place because these are the smallest ones I had.
Uh-huh. Ah, wolf's butt. Kick it off a roof. Quickly.
Ow.
kick my butt off. Or push my butt off. That's what it was. Yeah. Oh no, my butt.
I'm abused.
Okay.
I'm abused the wolf now.
Them. Plus, this was episode 4, part 2, and
We know. We saw the title.
Yeah, what an idiot.
episode will be the part 3, the finale. This. Hopefully you enjoyed. Cause I'm still on the flip.
I have the meow way too early.
And remember.
Oh, hey, look, it's Chica.
What?
Chica's in this now. Look at the interface. It's Chica.
Oh my goodness.
What
What is Chica FNAF doing here?
This is just a multimedia franchise now.
Apparently so.
Maybe help us way. Yeah.
Oh, you got the nya right.
Wait.
What's happening there? Just a bit of an update at the end. Just a bit of a progress.
Oh boy, do we have one more to go or are we already done?
We have part 3 and then 2 more episodes.
Oh no! What cringe voice acting? I'm gonna stack the wolf and the sheep up each other.
Oh, that's another thing that I tend to mention that most people also don't. I tend to talk more about the voice acting. I think a lot of like the guest reviewers tend to stay away from talking about voice acting, even though they themselves are voice actors. Because like
I usually tend to talk about it a bit at times. You know, most of the stuff recently we've been reviewing has not been voice acted. Probably because most of the voice acted stuff now, at least the stuff we've reviewed, at least it's been like animated like stuff, which takes a lot longer time. And also some of it is just made by people that we know, also known as Aiden. And that's it, because that's all we've been doing of him stuff recently. Because apparently he always just.
Well, I mean that is true. I mean, obviously, we clearly are not going to be like saying that anyone's voice acting like in our circle of friends is is subpar, is not most of the time, because
I can criticize people as much as I want, and I will.
Well, no, I mean because usually like we've picked these same people to voice act in our stuff, so we clearly already think that they're good. They're good voice actors. But then like with other shows, it really can vary. Sometimes like the most of the animated shows, they tend to get really good people. Occasionally, there's like one who stands out. Was like, what on earth was that about?
To be fair though, Aiden is the most monotone man on the goddamn planet, and I will stand by that.
I don't know.
Well, for me, in certain points, he sounds way too monotone for me, especially during the monologue that Felix had in episode 12 of Mutant Ghost Season 2.
Well, actually, I've said it before. Episode 12, the weakest link with voice acting in that scene was definitely has to be Apex, because in that scene, Agatha was supposed to be like on the verge of like of tears, like she's freaking out that Felix has just gone through, like her entire worldview has been shattered because like the brother that she saw was like squeaky clean and was all the the hero in her life. When her parents weren't able to be around or decided not to be around in the case of her mother, suddenly revealed to be to have kidnapped one of her friends and decided to go to the complete extremes of becoming a mad scientist in order to try and cure her. And by this point, she's already been like left out of the plans to try and confront him. She's already been left out like most of her life because of being blind. So suddenly like everything's supposed to like come in that moment, and she freaks out, destroys everything in a rampage, and then like immediately breaks down alongside Felix. But unfortunately, Apex during that point was just like going, enough, but not like this. Absolutely not like this. And I had no time to go back and redirect anyone, so I had to just go with those lines. So yeah.
We've been dealing with recasting all the time with the Mutant Girl.
Well, okay, yeah, but even if I decided to do that, that still wouldn't have been an option. Apex still voices Agatha to this day. Most of the time, voicing Agatha is not an issue, because most of the time she is actually fairly monotone. But in that scene, Definitely not. Absolutely not like that.
Yeah.
Which is weird because Kid Agatha was so good, was amazing. Like that, the breakdown that Apex did as child Agatha, 7-year-old Agatha, was leagues better than the one as 14.
Yeah, like what was with that? Did she just grow up in puberty and didn't even bother?
I think I know. I theorized about this at the time because when Through Her Eyes was coming out, we were also recording for season 2, like the middle portion, which meant that I was receiving lines from Apex for both characters at the same time. And the thing there is that because child Agatha, you know, is a voice that's being put on, I think that already helped Apex in the mindset of the character rather than one that just sounds like Apex herself.
Yeah.
And in that case, that's when less of an attempt was made. It's like, well, I guess I'm already here. I think it is just psychological.
And just kind of like monotone thing.
Yeah. It's psychological. It's interesting.
I really do the best I can here with my voice sounding like me.
I wonder how Apex would have done as Mrs. Dysart, actually. Again, same rules apply. Caricature voice. Could have been interesting, but never tried out, so guess we'll never know.
Time on the go. We saw our main characters, Jake and Yuri, in the Jake Flyberry. They were researching a way to bring Yuri back. She really wanted to either find her brother or bring herself back. But what they thought was shocking. Let's see what's up to now. Well, bro, who are you talking to? I don't...
Oh, God, what's wrong with your face?
That's 2 Mr. Plinkett references in this one stream I've done.
see anyone here. No one, I believe. You can go back to your room. Okay, well, I made cookies and they're on the counter in the kitchen if you want them. Also, Mom and Dad are still on their business trip, so it's just you and me.
Oh, also, younger kiddie shut up counter. Oh, and yes, please absolutely go and see Muse and Go. If you want to see more of Mrs. Dysart and Phoenix from this show, go ahead and see where they came from. Definitely.
So that's okay. Who was that, Jake? I thought you said you didn't have any family. That's not important right now.
Oh, please, what, my annoying sister? Nah, she's basically a pet. I don't consider her human.
It's important to sure you're okay.
She doesn't count.
To be fair, if I had a sister, I just consider her a pet as well, because I would not like to deal with having a sister.
You started crying after reading that book. So, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, by the way, Fluffy's design has changed here. Fluffy no longer has a grey head and seems to have blended a bit more into like the actual cat design. And also has a bit of a cat mouth now. So there's a little bit of design change going forward. There's a style for the animals, at least.
It's just a wish you can have, but you don't have to worry about me. Okay, but I know somewhere I can bring you since we do need to take a break from researching. You really don't need to.
You still don't trust Fluffy? Well, you're in the FNAF fandom. You know a few things about murderous animal looking things. Okay, fine. I won't make any more FNAF jokes. Jeez.
I'm not yelling at that. I was yelling at something else.
Okay.
Plus, how long has it been
happen on screen?
since you've been to the beach? 4 weeks
Beach episode? Beach episode!
ago with my brother. Well, let's go then. How will we...
Wait, did we even like say what the book said or address the fact that why she was crying?
What is happening? I'm so confused. Ah!
I guess, yeah, it's just like, well, whatever you saw in the book clearly upset you. I mean, it's important to your resurrection, so we must address it eventually. But hey, enough about that. Let's go to the beach. Hey. Oh, by the way, if you're a Supernatural fan, then yeah, definitely recommend Fallen Angels because Aiden also is a Supernatural fan. He took a lot of inspiration from that show for this one. In fact, there's literally a character in there called Castiel. So, Oh, he said in the last episode just couldn't hear. Oh, I thought that was the cliffhanger. Oh, okay, so he does know. Right, okay.
Get there. This can drive us, and it's on the way to where her and her girlfriend stayed is. Okay.
Well, just as well you have family then.
Here's the thing. She doesn't. She's a ghost. She's dead.
No, Jake has family.
Have fun, Jake, and remember. Yeah.
Have fun. I guess my car's been stolen. I'm just going to lean on nothing right now and hope that I guess my girlfriend will find me or whatever happened.
Don't talk to strangers, I know. How? This beach is just as beautiful. Yeah, though I don't have that many memories here.
Yeah, of course
Why
you
is
don't.
that?
You're a ghost.
He's not a ghost. Jake is human.
Are you an idiot?
What won't bother
Oh,
you with the
wait.
whole story?
Yes, you are.
What? Okay. Like, I won't bother with my tragic story, especially after you find out that you have to sacrifice your own brother. All right. Younger didn't know about objects like cars. Actually, to be fair, it took me a while to find out how to use the object section in Gacha Club, so I can kind of understand that. Okay.
Tell me. Well, when I was young.
This is the thing that I see sometimes in gachas that people will like start this. Even in Fallen Angel, this happens. People will react to the end of a sentence as if it was said at the beginning. By which I mean, like, yeah, it's good to change the character's facial expression based on what's about to be said, but because the character hasn't said the line yet, they just end up like looking like they're shocked for no reason.
I wouldn't blame him for being shocked.
Well, yeah, but that's one of those like nuance editing things.
I believe I was in high school and always busy. My mom and dad would never let me go out, so I could never visit patients. The few times we did, we
never visit what patients? Huh?
We would just come here, but
I love breathing into your microphone.
they never play with me.
Once again, I'll continue to say this. Makes sense, please.
One does not simply ask a gacha tuber to make sense.
Look, wait, the look with more important than the sun. I mean, I know how...
The look was more important than me, which is why I hide my face behind a skull. I guess. Oh, you visit places. Okay, alright. I thought his parents were like doctors or something. Alright.
How you feel? My brother Shino was my only loving family. My parents would always fight. Sometimes my mom would cry in her and dad's room.
Wait, then who's your legal guardian then? Like,
what?
Like, if your parents are gone and Shino is school age, who has custody of you?
No one, I guess.
Getting drunk. We never saw them get wrong. Though a few times they did, but it didn't last long. Oh, I'm sorry about that. But at least your brother is nice. At least your sister is nice too. Also, I guess we're more alike than we seem. Yeah, funny how things turn out that way.
This, of course, you could say this is a trope, but the characters eventually like start to open up and they bond more. But that's like a thing in everything. That's not just like
every romance movie ever.
Okay,
it's 365 days.
Okay, true. But you know what? This also, I like this moment. It's that we actually have some character bonding. I mean, yeah, it's about tragic backstories, sure, but at least they're like letting down the defenses. They're caring about each other. They actually seem to be supporting one another rather than being like, watch where you're going, stupid girl, and blah blah blah.
Not taming the bad boy over again.
Yeah, see, even in Taming the Bad Boy, they just didn't do that. We heard nothing about Cole's past. We have no idea why he is the way that he is. Cole never took any interest in Yuki beyond his body. They were not a functional couple. These two were already better off than Cole and Yuki were.
Yeah, but we're never gonna learn what happened to them since Emma or Shorty, whoever her name is now, whatever her name is now, is too busy doing Minecraft stuff.
Yeah, again, there is a script for a reboot that was supposed to come out that was like made in Minecraft, but I don't know if that's ever gonna get produced.
I don't think it will due to the last one in our channel being deleted by YouTube or terminated for.
I actually helped out with the writing of the reboot, and I can confirm that while some I'm trying to preserve a lot of the original idea, but without the adult content.
The risque stuff that YouTube was just not happy with. They're like,
yeah,
no adult content, not allowed. Oh, guns are fine. Yeah, guns are fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I kept a few of the elements. I also, made sure that they actually do indeed go to class occasionally. That was one of my personal gripes.
Because, in a school, people should actually go to class. Unlike with kids level the age when they just apparently didn't. One of them got stuck in a vending machine for all I care, so.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, that was where the vending machine meme came from.
And then Genghis Khan out of nowhere. Didn't give them enough instructions.
Yeah. Okay, there is that, but also like that's the thing in like everything. Again, a lot of the early music goal was made in response to a bunch of gacha things, and in gacha tropes, you set your thing inside a school, and you just never end up see them learn anything. And fast forward now, and people have told me that they have learned about like Greek mythology stuff from Mrs. Dysart's lessons in the show, which I love that happened.
That's good.
And yes, they fall in love with the bad boy. Okay, yes, that's that. But again, he's being less of a bad boy now. He's letting himself, feel more three-dimensional. Younger me's ship, yes, very obvious, but it's not too ham-fisted. They're not jumping the gun. They're actually finding out about each other. They're doing the correct steps at the very least. I think this is the start of where Fluffy no longer had lines. He was just there. The talking cat angle.
Fluffy's just there witnessing all this. Like, can I leave now?
This suspicion that Fluffy doesn't talk more. Wait, is this a reverse Rick and Morty? Where you're supposed to let the cat talk rather than let a cat talk?
No!
Get out of Florida, man! Stop asking questions. Anyway. A few hours later.
I
think we should head back to your place.
Hey, look! Color correction! My favorite!
Color correction? I don't think. No, this is just a different. This is just the nighttime version of the same background in Gacha. I did the same.
Nighttime version of the background? I do not know.
I did the same thing in them. Oh, wait, actually, you'll see that when you watch more Mutant Girl, because I do the exact same thing with these two backgrounds. Yeah, for the beach episode.
Yeah. And that's the end of this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. Because it took me a while to wipe the script. Oops.
Well, writing scripts is important, you realize.
That is true. And while the episodes weren't coming out once every 2 days, like was the case with the early episodes, when did part 3? Part 1 was April 19th, and part 3 was June 23rd. Okay, so it was a fair amount of time later, but the videos are getting longer, and the plots are, the characters are getting more developed. The story is advancing, so yeah. But now we're getting. Speaking of getting longer, looks like episode 5 is the longest episode of the series. So we'll see. Jax is almost at 400 subs. Okay, right, good for him, I guess. By the way, in other news, Shorty hit 1K at some point.
Really?
Yeah. Younger Kitty shut up counter 4. Every time that Younger Kitty appears, apparently, that's where the counter comes up.
I mean, to be fair, I don't blame you.
That's
Get
cool.
a point across and call it a day.
I don't know if I would call these bat wings, especially with Gacha bat wings actually existing. But oh well.
You think it was like cancelled or something? I really am. But as always, like I always say, remember, keep calm, carry on, and be positive. And maybe help us win. Now, pause out.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Wait, what? 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 What just?
I feel like we have seen perfection.
What did you do?
We have witnessed true beauty before us in this moment.
Why?
You did say that you shipped them, so
All right. Shipping joke here. Moving on.
All right. Next video.
I wanna commit murder.
Should I back away? Backing up.
Yes, you probably should.
And yeah, okay. That's not like Younger Me like does ship. Yes, you know what? That's fine. I can understand that. It's not like I haven't.
The one who created the characters, so yeah.
It's not like I haven't created romances. Oh, here's when an intro happens.
Also known as Julius and Agatha, Moana and
Marwick. Yeah.
Marwick. I forgot his name.
Good lord. Yeah. Yes.
And then also the weirdness that is Darren and Raina. I don't even know what happened with that.
Yeah. That's still a work in progress in terms of the storyline. It's going somewhere.
Talk to me, baby. I've been waiting for what? That's the season 1.
Speaking of the music,
Ghost Kitty, what?
Yeah, which by the way,
hey, you don't even have a license evidently, I'm pretty sure.
Well, it won't matter because in a second it's about to end. By the way, look, we've got different names now. So we've got Angelica, Cherry, and Annabelle for Leader Bully, Dumb Bully, and Scary Bully. I never remember who to.
What kind of names are that originally?
Also, we've got a new character called.
Oh yeah, yes, he's backing away now. So see you.
Actually, you know what? You know what would have been really funny? If the characters how some shows the characters will pose for a photo during the intro. Imagine if they pose for a photo, Yuri's in the middle of it, but then you see the photo, the photo gets taken, the other get the title card, and Yuri and Fluffy just don't show up in the video.
That's what I was thinking. Just don't show up and something's wrong here. Where is he? Well, it won't be him who's worrying about it because he's the only one who can see her, for Christ's sake.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Jake's the one who takes the photo, so he knows where they are, but no one else does. They're just smiling, pretending that they know that something is there.
Yeah, because they really don't, but they're just trying to go along with Jake's insanity.
There we go, Ghost Kitty. I've just come up with the ending gag for your intro, your next intro.
What should I wear?
That being said, that's the same song as the Amusing Girl Season 1 intro.
Yeah, because I know that song. It's
But
Paradise by Living Caliber.
No,
Pretty sure.
Paradise is season.
Oh wait, no, no Lifeline yet. I'm dumb.
Yeah,
I got the two names confused. It's Lifeline by Living Caliber. I'm pretty sure.
It's not by Living Caliber. It's by Lively featuring Ghostie. Yeah.
Well, I know the next one after that is Living Caliber.
Yep. I actually kind of like nabbed that one because I thought that was gonna be the next Aphmau intro, but yeah, never ended up being the case. Yeah.
I mean, season 7 never happened because, well, it never happened.
Yes, there is that. Okay, but what I was saying, it is the same song as season 1 of The Amusing Girl, but it's not the same. It's not the same part of the song. The Talk to Me Baby part is the first verse.
It's like only the first entire verse of the song.
Okay, William, wait, give me a second. I specifically used the second verse because it like applied a bit more to the story going forward into the actual into the series. It wasn't a complete match, but as I said,
I've heard the full Mutant Girl Mutant Girl intro song for the original season, and yeah, that verse is the second verse.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that I chose. But whenever someone else like tries to make like a Lifeline reference that's in the Music God, they always use the first verse because they don't realize I've done that.
God.
Yeah, because people are so used to using the first verse and everything. So it's like, you know what? I'm going to be different again. Once again, always subverting. That's just the essence of season 1.
Things are always about subverting your expectations. Subverting expectations is always the good thing.
Mm-hmm. An opening bit that doesn't matter because Yuri never doesn't change your outfit. Oh, right. You mean because of about the scene we're about to see? Okay.
Why does it?
Oh yeah, because like pillowcases in Gacha means outfits. That's universal Gacha language.
Matter, no one can see you anyway. That doesn't mean I can't change outfits.
I mean, again, presuming that you died in those clothes and that's why they're invisible along with you, if you change outfits, you'll probably end up showing up in said outfit and have the outfit just, float, I guess. Like that's how it would work, right? Because those are visible mortal outfits owned by Jake. Or maybe his sister.
Whatever, just hurry up before I'm late. Fine.
Just leave without her. She can fly behind you. She's faster. Oh yeah, she doesn't change her outfit at all. You're right. Yeah. I thought the television thing was coming from like the video itself. No, it's not. Which, by the way, footstep sound effects. I mean, no one's actually walking during the sound effects, but it's simulated that they are.
Ugh.
I love when people say ugh without like the ugh thing attached to it.
Watch where you're going, freak. Of course I had to run into you.
Apparently, even though this hallway is super massive and you can very easily avoid people if you want to.
What is that supposed to mean, freak? You know what that means, or is it too complicated for your tiny brain to comprehend? You
Insert meme from the rap battle here.
You little piece of...
Hey look, sound effects!
Time, freak.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We had footsteps before.
Come on, girl. Let's go.
I do love that, not only did they shrink to get back, but to the back part of the backgrounds, but the background itself also shrunk. And now we have actual extras, including totally not Ghost Kitty Adam from the popular show Fallen Angels, and a new teacher that is no longer Mrs. Dysart. Okay, sure.
Okay.
By the way, also seems interesting that Adam's thing is gone, and the teachers like the name tag is not there, and Tony Not Me was used as a word there. Yes. And yes, we know that she was about to say a naughty word before the bell went. Yes. Very nice diegetic gag. What? Well, that's the end of the class. See, of course, about the Butter Bunch Company. We're not... It's called Butter Core. That's the name of the company. The Butter Bunch is just a channel that's not to do with it.
How many episodes have we watched of this so far?
Wait, hold on. Hold a second. Are you telling me that the first character to not... Wait, so the second character to not be voice acting, because I don't know why the teacher got no voice acting in this. The second character ever to not have voice acting is the one that literally represents the person who has voice acted all of the other people so far, including this version of you. Why is Adam here? Why was Felix there before? Why was Mrs. Dysart there? Why was I there? Why was Emily there? It's just... Here's a thing that doesn't happen so often anymore with gacha stuff. It used to be really common practice to take like other people's characters with their permission, obviously, and just insert them into your show as cameos. Which, fun fact, I didn't realize at the time that was what was implied when Jay first said to me, "Hey, you could put Empress and Pop into the first episode of Mutant Girl." I was like, okay, sure. Me still doing the script at this point. Okay, sure. I'll put them in the episode, and then they became integral characters to the rest of the plot for the next 4 years of the show's runtime. And whilst very clearly the implication was just put them as background people as a reference. But I didn't understand that. But then I realized, yes, that was the thing people did, especially if, the gacha, they were your friends, or they were like famous gacha tubers. There was like some sort of crossover involved with the audiences. So yeah. All right. And yeah, yes, you've learned the error of your ways since this time. But yeah, but the big confusion, of course, is still why no voice acting here of all places? Like for yourself. Like Disco Box My Little Pony? No, not that kind of crossover. I mean crossover in terms of like with different creator crossovers or characters creator crossovers. With Disco Pops, it's a bit different because with Disco Pops, when they collab with the Jazz Pops and stuff, it's part of the same universe. It's usually talked about between the two creators. And the same thing with like Fallen Angels and the Mutant Girl, which I haven't seen that yet, but there's a crossover between those two at some point because the Mutant Girl, the Fallen Angels was actually pitched originally as forming part of the same universe as the Mutant Girl did, and all the other stuff in the Butterverse, which is why we were able to do that. And it doesn't, it doesn't conflict with either of our plots because we're already sharing a timeline. So it's different the way that we did it, whereas like in here, it's just you put people in here for the reference, and it's not the same people, it's not the same canon, it's just that they happen to show up here. And this guy appear again later. That doesn't matter. That's still the question remains why they are not voiced and everyone else is. Yeah, going back on the roof again is probably going to trigger some PTSD, but we'll see how this goes.
What you eating?
Oh no, we're just gonna eat. We're just gonna chill on this, the place of Yuri's death. Yeah, that's not insensitive at all, is it, Jake?
Sushi. Oh,
Actually, not flying like. Oh, I guess you might be flying like the same Superman pose. But Gacha characters could run like Naruto, so not out of the question.
I think Sheila won't make sushi for me. Yeah, I will make it for me a lot because it's healthy.
Yes, my favorite, jelly donuts. Sorry, I meant hamburgers. Someone just threw. Someone threw a water bottle in slow motion. Okay. What? Did the water bottle empty itself there?
Whoops. Sorry, freak.
I apparently have impressive aim / telekinesis. By the way, Cherry's eyes look way better now. Less bulgy.
What was that?
When you first learn to do sound effects, so you put them everywhere. This episode of Ghost Girl filmed before a live studio audience that are now very terrified. We'll be right back. Okay, so the punishment for throwing a water bottle at someone is... Oh, it's a fake blooper. Thank Christ for that. Okay.
Oh boy.
That was not clear at all that was a fake blooper. There's like no difference in the way that the episode went. Nor any indication this was the kind of show that would have a fake blooper in the middle of itself, but okay, the tone...
I have to go now. I'll pick you later.
Oh, okay. All right, then.
See you later.
All right. Say it. Bye. At least he warned me this time. And different footstep sound effects because you're in a different part of the building, so it would sound different beneath your feet. That's a nice touch.
Are you okay, Jake? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay.
Yes, that's right. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. How could a human fall in love with a ghost? I don't know. It happened in part 3, or it's sort of starting to happen. It's a boy with a gun. I repeat, it's a boy with a gun. I love Tom Scott.
Okay, by the way, do you have another class now? Yep, next I have Spanish.
Oh, you have Spanish, do you? Well, this is gonna be fun.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Yeah, it kinda is.
Yes, KW. Fluffy has been dead the whole time. Fluffy died at the same incident that Yuri did. They're both dead. Oh, right. I forgot that I'm the Spanish team. In my head, I was thinking, did Ghost Kitty know around this time that I could speak Spanish? But yeah, no, apparently not only did she know, she actively referenced it. Okay. All right, sure. I'm glad you was about to show up because I didn't. All right, yeah. Okay. And yes, it's Alana. Oh, you forgot you were making apple juice. That is important, yeah. You can miss a death scene to make apple juice. That's justified. And yeah, another cameo. Like I said, used to be common practice. I'm using Google Translate for this because I don't know how to speak Spanish. Well, so far, Hola estudiantes is accurate. Hello students. That's, yeah. Let's see what else we get. Today we'll be learning about Spanish historians. Yeah, again, so far so good. And I guess we need to zoom into Jake's non-existent expression because we can't tell what he's looking like underneath the ghost mask. So, yeah, no. But then again, I should point out we at least that's always how you do the transition to the end of the lesson. Because again, can't have a school where they learn something, can you? They're not on screen anyway. Poor Alana. It's always the characters voiced by Shorty who are just never academic people. That was the bell. Class, you are dismissed, and don't forget to do your homework. He can speak English. Is this implying this is the first Spanish lesson of the entire year? Because, I mean, if so, it's kind of pretty cruel to do the whole thing in Spanish. Just saying, like, I understand. I myself have when I was taking a Spanish class, but for A level, which is like the exam that you take like before university. So that's the level that you're at. So I was taking that, and we had to make a journey all the way up to this presentation done by somebody else. It was a guest speaker, and he on the spot came into the room and was like, "Hey, could I do the hello, hola?" You know, because we're talking about like a Spanish film for our Spanish class. That was the whole point. And then he was like, "Oh, could I do like the whole thing in Spanish? So just the whole presentation in Spanish? Yeah, let's do it in Spanish." And then everyone, again, on an A-level course, that everyone just panicked, like the fear across everyone's face that for the next like hour that we were going to be there, they were not going to grasp too much of it. And then the guy didn't answer my question properly. I mean, I asked him a specific question about like the cinematic universe that this film may not have been a part of, and I never got a straight answer. Very disappointing. But anyway, it was a fun bonding experience because I like had to because I had to hitch a ride from some of the people who I hadn't actually talked to yet in that class. Made some new friends. So yeah. But my point is that if people at that level just before university couldn't panicked that someone was speaking full Spanish than the whole class, there is no hope for a first timer. That would be cruel to make them do that right up at the beginning. That's what I was trying to get at. In fact, that was also part of like the message behind the song Bilingual that I made a few years ago. It was all about criticizing this place that did this camp for foreign kids trying to learn English, where they only spoke to you in English the whole time. And yeah, it was like they were from different places. They had to like speaking as like a common ground, and they did know a fair amount already in order to catch up. But still definitely very cruel to do that the whole way through. I'm reading way too much into this. Let's just carry on.
Now I just need to get my bag.
Ah, speech. It returns. Why? Oh, you've heard of teachers like that? Well, they're mean.
For my walker and we can go home. And of course, I run into you, Angelica.
Nice attempt at a zoom in here, or a cropped out visual. Definitely, instead of playing with the aspect ratio, well, actually, yeah, in future, lock aspect ratio in your editing software. If that's an option, then you won't have this issue with having the whole thing resized.
Did you really think I was done with you for today, freak? Nope, I knew a Barbie like you would be back. Go back to the Mean Girls movie, Regina George. This is why you...
Oh, I thought that was Angelica saying that. No, because Regina George would definitely be the Angelica in this situation.
Don't have any friends, except for that silly sister of yours. I don't only have Ivory, I have more than one friend. You remind me so much of a real freak I knew called Yuri.
Yes, the one who I murdered and apparently also got away with because he's facing like no criminal like charges whatsoever. Ghostie, how did that never happen? How did she never like do like any time in jail for murdering someone? Or at the very least ordering it to happen.
Okay, you can insult me all you want, but do not bring up other people. She's dead, so why can't I talk about her?
Probably because your lawyer might not like it.
Like how pathetic her and her little cat were.
Yeah, don't call Fluffy the cat pathetic. It was the first cat to ever attend human school. That's amazing. Yes, that's what happened. She was pushed off of a roof by the bullies. That's how Yuri died.
How dare you, freak? Just wait until my mother hears about this. You're
Good grief, is this Draco Malfoy now? My father will hear about this, Potter.
in so much trouble. Go ahead and tell your mommy everything. I would love to see how she reacts to you bullying someone.
How about reacting to the murder part, you know, where someone died? That's probably a way worse thing for the mother to hear about.
Ugh, whatever. This is not the last time you will be seeing me, freak. Yeah, whatever you say, you whip-off Barbie. Jake.
You're going to say that the mother is rich so she didn't get into trouble. I feel like at some point money will not get you like at least she would at least have gone to trial if nothing else.
Are you okay now? I'm fine now, Yuri. Nothing for you to worry about. Let's just go home now.
And this is where Luna comes in, the new character. And once again, bumps into someone. That should be like a bingo thing in this series. How many times can someone like bump into you? Which is weird because Jake was the one who complained about that in the first episode. But yeah, he seems to be on bumping into everyone. This is the common thing for him.
I'm so sorry. I'm Wait, Jake?
I recognize that skull anywhere. It has to be Jake. By the way, nice cliffhanger, but still, like, how can you not immediately tell that it's him? I feel like anyone would, you know, have some sort of idea. Which, by the way, this was a run-in with old friends. That was the title. While at school, Yuri and Jake run into some familiar people. Oh, hey, I'm linked to the channel. Along with a bunch of other people as well. Which is weird, because like those could have been like actor credits, but no, they're not. Okay, time to watch the last episode of Ghost Girl. Yuri, Jake seem to be hanging out with a old friend. A major old friend. And what's this? Felix has found something. I wonder what it could be. So again, Felix is important to this plot. Absolutely. Another bumping into someone encounter. Yes, absolutely. One time I thought FNAF was in the UK because of the Afton's accent, and so Maya was sound like Emma Watson years ago. Well, I've been asked to like voice a few Aftons over the years. Like at one point I was Michael, and then somebody else is asking me to be William. I think did I also like voice William somewhere else? Maybe I did too. I can't remember. It was either Michael twice or Michael once and William once. Whatever. Point is, I've done that, and I've never actually changed my accent for it. So I guess I guess being the Aftons being British is sort of accepted canon now. Either that or, you know, people of the philosophy doesn't matter. because I personally don't ask people to change their accents a lot of the time unless they're doing impressions of characters. Just how that goes. Just why Pop ended up becoming Dutch in the remake. Okay, final episode. Why is it not showing up? Hold on, I'm going to load this video again. That's weird. Oh, okay, here we go. It's because the Ghost Girl thing doesn't have the title in the same place. Because all the ones so far, they have the Ghost Girl series, the Ghost Girl, the Ghost Girl, then another old friend, Ghost Girl episode 6, read description. And that's what it said. Okay. And what's happening with Luna? Well, I guess we'll see, because Luna seems to know Jake, and that's what we... That's this episode unraveling, I guess. Also, yes, this is episode 5 and 6 both have thumbnails on them. And also January 20th, 2022. So this came out before the first anniversary. So it's been a whole dry spell year of without Ghost Girl, which, to be fair, it's also been that for Aphmau Academy, so can't complain. There are more Ghost Girl videos than Aphmau Academy videos, and they start around the same time. I need to step up my game.
Talk to me, baby. I've been waiting for a lifetime.
Also, like the way that Yuri actually fades in and has like motion. So clearly there was some element of control as far as editing goes by this point with KineMaster. You can see the KineMaster logo there now.
Just keep on fading in all these photos.
Oh my god, this is the first piece of non-diegetic music. We have a score now. I guess we have to cut it out because we can't have speech and music at the same time. Maybe there's like one layer of audio only or something.
Battle.
How has the bullying been?
It's not as bad as it used to be.
That's good. Have you told Ivory yet?
No, she doesn't need to know.
I've got my gun anyway.
Jake, can I have a cookie?
No, you can't.
Who are you talking to?
Why would Yuri like ask Jake a question right when he's talking to someone who doesn't know he can see ghosts?
Nobody. Jake.
You won't believe me if I told you.
Jake, I came from a family of rabbits.
Which is why I know all about ghosts, because as everyone's aware, rabbits know all about ghosts.
Fine, I'll tell you.
After explaining everything to Luna about Yuri. She's like, and she's still not in jail?
What I didn't want to
And now Yuri's eating her cookie because I guess he took it while they were distracted. Nice.
tell you.
By the way, she's a ghost now. How can she even she doesn't even need to eat. Does she still have like working taste buds? I have so many questions. Rabbits are humans in this series. Have you seen the cats? Of course rabbits are humans.
Joey, did you steal one of the cookies?
No.
Did I hear a phone notification go off during that line? Listen to that. Hold on.
Joey, did you steal one of the cookies?
No. I haven't touched them at all. Wait, can
again, I asked the same question. Jacob predicts stuff again.
I knew there was an incident a couple of months ago, but I thought that was.
It's been a couple of months. Well, they've barely made any progress at all. Or I guess maybe like anything like before episode 4 was technically a while ago, because it seems like that could have been where time passed.
Just a Wilma.
Nope, it's true, sadly. I can't.
Oh, so the rabbit being a sort of rare thing. Well, first of all, rabbits are known for having a lot of children, so you know, maybe a bit more of them around. But secondly, if even if that is the case, there's a difference between like, you know, it's like if someone told me, "Oh, I'm hearing voices in my head right now." Ah, don't worry, I come from a family of British people, so you know, tell me everything. It's like no correlation.
Can't believe something so awful actually happened. Me neither. Anyways, how about we do something? But what could we do? We could braid each other's hair.
Again, oh wait, what? Hold on a second. So Jake didn't know, so Lulu didn't know anything about Yuri before, so she couldn't see Yuri, but now she's like directly speaking to her and able to braid her hair? What? How can follow-up question, can people actually hear Yuri? Because otherwise they wouldn't even know how to like leave this like See, even this example makes more sense because of the Egypt cats connection. Like, at least there's like an association there.
Why? Just why?
Yeah, I know that was I know that was just an example. I understand that, yeah. Okay, so Yuri now can actually change outfits, which means that again, it's very possible that she's now wearing mortal clothing that people can see as floating alongside her. Now what is she doing? You have something behind your ear. It's a coin. What is this? Why? Huh? Oh, so if they don't know about Yuri, they can't see or interact with her. Then why not tell, like, her brother? Hasn't he been, like, trying to research for months with Felix to find out a way to cure her? If it's as simple as being told about Yuri, Jake could go up to him at any moment because they go to the same school and then just say, hey, by the way, your sister goes and follow me. Okay, thanks, bye. And then suddenly Yuri's able to return to him and they can find out a solution together. It doesn't involve, you know, sacrificing him, as was implied in like the previous episodes that you've now retconned. But really? Also, if knowing about Yuri is like how this works, does that mean that like Yuri's like people who don't know about Yuri just like they like see someone's clothes just disappear if she puts them on?
Was this really necessary? Well, of course it was. Who are you?
Yeah, I had to just break the entire canon of the universe. It was very necessary. It doesn't matter if Jay doesn't know Shino. He can still approach him. They go to the same school. And Yuri doesn't know, why does he not go to the school? Why did he stop going to the school? And also, doesn't he live in a specific house that Yuri also lived in because they were like the only family they had? So Yuri knows where Shino lives. So even without the school thing, Yuri can guide Jake to the house and he can explain stuff there. It's very easy.
What are you looking at? Nobody. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, sit down for some ice cream. I know I am. Ice cream! Come on, let's go.
the key ice cream parlor.
My goodness, these cameos.
What kind of ice cream do you want today?
You don't know anymore. You're confused about your own story. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And yes, she should absolutely know what's happened to her sister.
I'll have the strawberry cone, please.
And I'll have the blueberry popsicle.
I want chocolate ice cream.
Plus 1 chocolate cone. That would be $5.99. Is there anything else you want?
You're saying remember this? Remember the ice cream? Okay, I'll rewind. I'll absorb all the ice cream details that I can then.
Welcome to the key ice cream parlor. What kind of ice cream do you want today?
I'll have the strawberry cone, please.
And I'll have the blueberry popsicle.
I want chocolate ice cream.
Plus 1 chocolate cone. That would be $5.99. Is there anything else you want?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, here's your order.
Oh, saying remember the scene. Oh, okay, right, yeah. Right. I will then. Meanwhile, by the way, the description says that Felix is going to find something in this episode, so I'm guessing now in like the last few seconds is when the title applies. It's like watching an Aphmau video. Will the music cut out when someone speaks? Let's find out. It does.
Hope of finding Yui.
I have lost hope. If only there was some way that you could have a decent amount of hope. Also, Felix has now lost his voice apparently from the previous episodes. Don't lose hope. We've came too far to give up now.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Felix.
Yeah. Anyways, I think I found something very accurate to a character, to an Aiden character, except that Felix is a me character voiced by Aiden. But oh well.
What did Felix find? And was she not ever?
Are you joking? No. Just no. The description says Felix has found something. I wonder what it could be. Like, the description teases this very thing, but it doesn't reveal it in the episode. Just wow. Okay. Well, that is the Ghost Girl. Oh wait, no, hold on. We need to like one more old kitty shut up counter.
Ever find Yui? And will Jake and Yui get closer to each other? Find out in the next episode of The Ghost Girl.
That's it. That's that. Yeah. Nothing else. Oh boy, that's yeah, that just happened. That certainly occurred in the way that it existed. I have no idea what I just said there. That was a sentence that I uttered somehow. Yeah. Well, final thoughts. You know what? See, this is what I'm saying. You know what I said before about cliffhangers and all that stuff? Look at this reaction that we need to know. People are anticipating this. And in fact, I guarantee that let's look at the comments in here. Oh, there are no comments on the last video. Well, imagine there are comments. They would say that this is something that you actually are able to, that there's something that you've enticed people into, and that like incentivizes them to actually watch. Like if it's good the next episode, so you can make after you finish some of your current projects. Yeah, because you do have a lot of those. Same with me. It's like Alpha Witch Academy. It's gonna come out once I have a space in which to edit it. I'm not doing a bajillion other things. Yay. A 3 out of 10 because of the cliffhanger. It would have been a 2 out of 10, but the cliffhanger like tipped it over a bit. Which I understand is one of the best parts out of it. And yeah, as far as like the things go, the best parts also, I guess, Yuri and Jake definitely are some of the highlights, because that's, I guess you can kind of expect that because you've got romance gachas. The romance always ends up taking over, but in this case, it doesn't really take over too much because they're still trying to investigate the ghost stuff, and it doesn't detract from the story we've got to this point. So it's not bad at all for that reason. But of course, the editing evolution that you've actually taken, considering like how long it's been since the last episode, you're gonna have like a Guardian style jump in quality whenever the next one comes out. Because the Guardian is the reason that ended up evolving so much, because like there was like a whole year hiatus before before Prisma Voices came back to it. And it's like, well, that's pretty amazing. And yes, of course, adorable younger you actually trying something and actually sticking with it, quite honestly, and taking feedback on board, because I do appreciate the fact that you actually were able to respond to the criticism in like the 5 years later reviews, and there's clearly way more in here now, but you've actually learned stuff like on your own entirely. So yeah, absolutely give yourself credit for that. You were indeed very brave, and now you have a comment on the episode. Both extremely nice things. Oh, no, KW, no. Don't delete your series. No. Like, I get why people do that, but it makes me sad, because that's like a part of someone's history that you want to look back sometimes later and be like, wow, that was a thing that I did. Look how funny that was. Look how much better I am nowadays. Not all of them. Good, because then I can review them. The remake of the Ghost Girl episode 1 definitely shows your improvement. Yeah, of course. I mean, even then, just the rest of the show is one of those things that once you acquire a certain amount of skills, you never ever go back to like where you were before. It's like riding a bike. It's like, even if I was to record on like my solo Minecraft projects again, they would never be as bad as the ones that came before. Because again, it's almost impossible for me to like make a video that's as terribly produced as my old stuff nowadays. Even when I edit the old stuff and make it into the new stuff, I still add music. I change the sound design. I do whatever I can to enhance it for people. When I could just render the videos like almost raw and be like, oh, this is how it turned out. It's out of sync. It has static, and it has no good music to it. Enjoy, viewers. But no, it's not ingrained in us. Like that's the creativity side. However, the thing that obviously would need to be addressed from this point onwards is, of course, the story. You don't need to change like who appears in what. Just maybe iron out some of the details and like now you have a script. Make sure that you keep your lore consistent. Absolutely. In honor of Younger, you made a promise to never did the other Ghost Girl videos because Younger Me's first series and technically those probably videos. Yeah, it's part of your history. I understand that completely. I mean, I've made something like 1,500 videos in the almost 10 years I've been doing YouTube for. you know how many of those videos I have just straight up deleted that were once public, I mean? Probably like 3. And one of them was because a friend requested that, because it was actually a video that I made like on him. But yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, either I have no shame, and it's therefore impossible to use these videos as blackmail material for me, or I'm just onto something. I think I'm onto something. So yeah, be proud of what was achieved here. You know, there's like huge room for improvement, and of course, enjoy the 2nd anniversary of it. Happy birthday to the Ghost Girl. And as for everyone else, you know, check out the evolution of the Mutant Girl and Fallen Angels on mine and Aiden's channels if you want to see the gacha stuff that I am responsible for in one way or another, because I also write Fallen Angels with Aiden. So yeah. I mean, you want to restart because you were pretending to be other series. I get that too. My early YouTube personality was a discount Skyder's Minecraft without any of the charm and charisma associated with him at the time. So yeah, absolutely terrible. I was being my own self over time. So I do understand that. And also, again, I am very glad to help out. That's why I do Gacha Review. It's not just to make people laugh and expose the cringe sins of someone's past. No, it's actually for this reason. So I'm glad about that, and hopefully I'll be able to fix my camera so it actually my own production value can stay up. Okay. Alrighty then. I guess at some point we'll swing round to KW in the future, but before then we'll actually do liongate tomorrow once I figure out what's going on with Ghostie. So please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters, as kind of done so already. And on that note, until next time, keep calm, carry on, and be pawsome, and maybe help us stray. Nya. On that note, until next time, farewell. What have I done?